We are live from Barcelona. Alongside me, we've got the brilliant Gravison and Brandon. Guys, how are you doing? It's been a thrilling day so far, hasn't it, Grav?
It has been, and I mean, we've seen goals, we've seen penalties, we've seen Vamos, and now probably the best game of the day, Nicolas against Di Fernandez.
Oh, yeah, Nicolas Di Fernandez, a hard one to call, Brandon, but this should be potentially one of the most thrilling games we've seen, and that is saying something.
Well, we've been saying, haven't we? Look, Nicolas, as we know, is 5 out of 5 at the moment. Tuga in the same situation off the back of that last result. We said in that last matchup, who's got, I guess, on paper, the easier matchup? You'd say Tuga, because Nicolas is playing against Di Fernandez, who, as we know in Spain from past years, has been very consistent. He's had like a top 4 in the league, a top 4 in the cup, and I think if there's a result, because he needs a result, Di Fernandez, this is his game to maybe go and upset the apple cart and maybe take a result from Nicolas.
Well, Di Fernandez is on 10 points at the moment, isn't he? Nicolas is sat top with Tuga, like you said, Brandon, on 15 points. So it is important for Di Fernandez to get the points here. Gravison, he probably won't be thrilled that he drew Nicolas in this match, eh?
No. I mean, especially when you're playing against arguably the best player in the competition, not only in the last previous years, but because of the momentum he's carrying from the FC Pro tournament. Of course, he's going to play against Rowney in the last match of the day, and he could get the job done against Rowney, but you don't want to leave. Wow, that's a close.
Super zoom in on his eyes to see if there's any fear in them.
Doesn't look like it, but of course he'll want to get the job done now so he can rest against Rowney. But it's going to be tough against the Iceman.
It must be said as well that all the fixtures were chosen pre-hand as well, so there's not a case of fixtures have been sort of moved as the night or the days have gone on. You've just got a very unlucky game that you are in a must-win situation, Nicole, and you've got to play Nicolas.
Well, it's just the luck of the draw, isn't it? Like you said, I mean, is it Rowney that's had a
horrible
bit of a
game?
Nightmare?
He's got 0 points.
0 points. And he's playing against Di Fernandez in the last match. So.
He's been so unlucky, hasn't he, with the opposition? But I mean, what can you do? That's just how it works. Who are you guys going with for the win in this one then?
It has to be Nico. I mean, even Di Fernandez is playing well, don't get me wrong, but there's just levels to this game, and I feel like Nico's going to show Di Fernandez that he's just a better player.
Yeah, Brandon?
No comment.
Oh,
no,
I thought you
Nicolas.
I got that. I thought you might try and be slightly different, but you never know. We have had some surprises here yesterday and today. I don't think I'm really convincing either of you here.
No, maybe you'll convince Richard. Richard's the one that likes to always go against someone here at the desk, so it might be him.
Yeah, okay. Well, we've been speaking about Di Fernandez, but let's hear from the man himself.
That was quick.
We're back.
That was quick. We did hear from the man himself.
Yeah, lovely video. Apparently you didn't have much to say, guys.
No,
so
not
here
really.
We are. What do you do? I'm going to go with a bit of a shock result here. I'm going to back Di Fernandez.
Di Fernandez?
Yeah, only because, I don't know, I feel like Nicolas might just sit back and relax a little bit because he's done so well when he's sitting at the top, and Di Fernandez knows that he needs to get a result. But I think that we can actually hear from him now.
Soy Daniel Flip Rodríguez Fernández y soy jugador del Cádiz. Año pasado y otro año también me ha faltado uno partido para ir al Mundial. En los últimos me ha quedado a uno partido, por eso ese año tengo mismo que ir a la final. Me falta que la puntinha de suerte, pero este año vamos a cambiar todo y no vamos a llegar a final, vamos a ganar a la Liga porque ese es el objetivo que yo tengo de que tener y vamos a eso. Yo tengo siempre cada partido que voy a jugar tengo que ganar. Yo gosto de pensar juego a juego y después en final le hacen las cuentas. Yo no tengo rivales y yo pienso mucho en mí, no pienso en las otras personas que yo voy a jugar. Por eso encaro cada partido de la misma forma y solo tengo un objetivo que es ganar.
Well, here you go. We're about to get underway. Nicolas's final match of the group phase of the LALIGA FC Pro. We're already underway with Hidalgo versus Chechu kicking off. We will be underway very, very shortly with Nicholas and Di Fernandez, our featured match of this round. Richard Buckley alongside Brian Pessoa to guide you through what could be a very, very pivotal round of FC here in Barcelona.
Yeah, the stakes are high in this one. Nicholas wants to finish first. He might do as well, starting off with a pass into Nico Williams. 1-0 up for Nicholas and Real Sociedad against Cadiz and Di Fernandez. This is a huge game. A lot of people who are in and amongst that top 8 are looking and hoping, actually, for Nicholas to do the job that he's expected to do.
And that's because Di Fernandez is part of the chasing pack, whereas Nicholas is sort of a non-player in the top 8. He's already in. He's already through.
There's no point even looking at Nicholas because, as you said, he's already through with 15 points. Yeah. It is very important for the others, so just keep an eye out for Di Fernandez. Let's jump over to this game between Marin and Mark 11. Mark 11 finds himself 1-0 down in this game. He's been below expectation in terms of his points tally. If he wins these last 2 rounds, it'll put him on 13 points, but he started off slow in this one.
Yeah, I was just having a little laugh with Mark 11 in the immediate area where we've got all the different feeds and all the matches that we can watch. And he was disappointed with that 7-7.
Yeah, I didn't even draw. It's one of those ones where I didn't even speak to him about it.
Yeah.
Put my hand on his shoulder and we both just shook our heads.
Because you have to look at the big picture of things. It's 1 point gained, 2 points dropped, 2 massive points dropped.
That should be 1-1 there as well.
And it's also confidence as well. When you've been in that exact scenario where you're playing in a group phase, you feel like you're playing well, you're drawing games, but how much better would you have felt if those draws were wins?
Especially when it's narrow margins. It's not as if it's been a draw from like the 75th minute and it just ends up just petering out. He conceded basically last kick of the game. So it'll be devastating for him, especially against somebody like Di Fernandez. This game, though, Rowney, we mentioned a million times about his matchmaking. He's got another tough game against Zidane.
His matchmaking has been truly the gauntlet.
Yeah, awful.
Nicholas, Nathan SR, Pietjen, Oberon, Zidane now. And Joey ends with Di Fernandez.
Honestly, it's one of them... You get unlucky, but...
What do you do in a past life to deserve this?
Yeah, that is terribly unfortunate. If he manages to get into that top 24... wow, it's not going to happen, but... Unless he proves me wrong.
Out of them all, this is the most winnable game.
Yeah.
On paper. When you consider it and you look at the other players and their performances. We do have Hidalgo and Chechu going head-to-head as well in this round, as we saw earlier. Alongside that, Adre Dominic and Javik are underway right now. But we'll go back to our featured match very shortly.
He's in.
It is Nicholas and Di Fernandez. Hidalgo with a big goal. David Beckham.
Pass and play styles, he's got them in abundance. Shooting play style there as well with the finesse kicking in. Hidalgo, you can see that pass a mile off. Once he's triggered it, he's played it just about before Beckham strayed into an offside position. And he finds himself 2-0 up against Chechu, which is a perfect start for him as well.
I think it's so fascinating now. Obviously, we don't have unlimited amount of cameras to go around and watch, but there is probably 30, maybe 35 players, coaches, friends, all crammed into the media room right now, where we can just see in front of us where Graveson's actually watching a game. He'll be giving an update in the second half between Daniel Aguilar and Ika Monti. they're all watching these games. They're all individually probably hoping for their own result. They're wanting their own outcome. But the tension is certainly starting to build now.
Wow.
A lovely finish from Javic.
Yeah, Javic, that's a sensational goal there. He saw the elastico with Rashford, but then to open up and find that space for that finesse shot, dangerous.
Have you been in this scenario before where you're playing and you've played all your games, for example, and then you're waiting for other people to do you a favour?
I think you were commentating on one of them in Paris. It was Club World Cup.
Was that with Unilad?
No, that was the one. That was the year before. We were already through in that one. This was the one with myself and Shells.
Was it Complexity?
Yes.
And then also Sporting, yeah.
Out of our hands because, again, drew too many games.
Yeah. And there was a late penalty that someone
they missed. Yeah. I remember Shell slide tackled and gave away a pen, and honestly, I couldn't believe it.
It's lovely feat from Di Fernandez, but he does find himself 2-0 down here against Nicholas. I want to talk about something that a lot of people are going to laugh at, okay?
Yeah, go on.
But I do think it's a real thing. Aura. Do people think they've already lost the game before they even kick off against Nicholas? I feel like Emre, Anders, Levy, Manu, Olbren,
they have like the fear factor.
Those players go in against Nicholas like, right, let's have it.
Yeah.
Whereas every single person that you spoke to here said Nicholas is going to win this tournament before we've even kicked off. And then you're having to play against him.
Look at him
It just feels as though, obviously he's playing well right now, and he is the best performing player that we've seen over the last couple of days, but people also, they go into the game thinking they're going to lose.
Yeah, and I think it kind of depends, because sometimes when you're the clear underdog, you might be revved up wanting to play someone like Nicholas. But then there are some people, as you said, who would be afraid of it. Did
you ever have that?
No, I didn't. I'm trying to think back at
maybe it's Tex, or was Tex still young?
I would want to play those games, though, because that's the whole point. No, in fact, I want to play those games way more than the other games against the ones that you would expect to win. You'd rather, well, I would rather anyway, play against the bigger names. I think that's the whole point. But then, I don't know, I guess it depends on the person.
For example, I think, obviously, we see Mark Levin on the screen there. He's a really good example of it. With Mark Levin, when he wasn't in this league, playing in Australia, he is the big fish that everyone is trying to beat, but everyone knows that he's also the best player there.
There's also a way to look at it, maybe in terms of bogey opponents.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you played against Nicholas like 4 times and he's won all 4 times, as you see Di Fernandez getting a goal back. I did have a few bogey opponents, Megabit.
Yeah.
Didn't think he was like the best player in the world, but to me he was. I think I only beat him once. And what's funny, I beat him and he hung up the controller. That's what he thought. That was it.
I can't have Ryan beating me. It's time to retire.
That guy beat me all the time in playoffs and in quarterfinals. I remember. Yeah, horrible person to play against for me.
Only 1-0 so far. Granada and Marin 1-0 up here against Mark 11.
What a ball! Wow.
Smashes the ball right into Oblak's reach, and he just tips it around the post.
I do wonder with that shot, does he actually believe he's going to score? Or does he just think, you know what, I can get this scenario and potentially,
the ball.
Yeah, potentially go for another chance to score. And he might get a shot off that gets tackled there from Mark 11.
Still early in this game, but usually Mark has scored at least 1 or 2 so far in these matchups.
It's caught him again. It's so end-to-end. Look at that. In 2 passes, there's already...
Yeah, 2 players have had chances. That's a waste.
Oh, yeah. I just remember a few years ago from Marin, I was so impressed with him going forward. And then he didn't end up seeing out that season well domestically. He didn't have the greatest sense of the tournament. But in that group stage, I remember him being so dominant. And I thought, he's really good.
Something there.
Yeah. And he's showing it in glimpses, as you can see in this game in particular, to be leading against Mark, not only winning, but to keep Mark to 0 goals so far anyway is not an easy thing to do.
Just having a little glance around the other matches right now that are taking place. Hidalgo leading 3-1 against Chechu. Alongside that, Nicholas and Di Fernandez currently in battle. That's a lovely finish to the top corner. Marin goes 2-0 up just on the stroke of half-time. And Mark 11 clearly frustrated.
That's a beautiful goal. Very calm, very composed in the box there with Cruyff. A lot of people would have taken that touch back from where it came, but it sort of swiveled. You can see here, once that ball goes into Cruyff, turning out that way is lovely, and also not rushing. Taking a touch inside and then tucking it away. It's a beautiful goal.
Let us know at home. We can see the chat. What's your favourite finish in this game? Finesse shot, trivela, power shot, volleys, low drivens, low driven finesse. Dave Fernandez with another goal.
It was a replay. He was celebrating about a minute ago. He's found himself 3-2 up.
It's the battle of the Butragueños.
Incredible turnaround from Di Fernandez. Going on to what you said about your favourite finish, man, has to be finesse shots. Was at the start of the game as well. I know a lot of people love low drivens. Finesse shots at the start and still now, very, very, very consistent. After the patch of low drivens, before you could just full power it.
Yeah.
If you put too much power, it just goes a bit wayward.
I love a low driven finesse.
Low driven finesse is lovely as well.
I just think the consistency on it.
It's like 2018's hands with
every
Suarez.
time.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Harry Palmer, low driven finesse is his. That's what he likes. Well, we are 3-2 here, 10 minutes to go before half-time. All the games reasonably within about 10 minutes span of each other. A couple just going into half-time. This one is the furthest one back right now. Speaking of different shots there. A strike coming in from outside the box. Headed down into a dangerous area, but it's going to be easy for Ramiro to collect.
You're chuckling off.
Just seeing the Twitch chat.
That off, yeah, look clearly off.
It's a lovely finish though. Little chip over the goalkeeper. I don't know, you can see the table there. Ryan, is there anything too sort of interesting to take away from at this point?
Just how close it is, as it stands anyway, from 11th onwards, it's a minimum of 10 points. So there's going to be a lot of swings based on the final round of games to be played. And of course, the only player in that top 13 anyway that have played 6 games is Nicholas.
Yes.
Everybody else has played 5 games, so there is an opportunity where some players potentially could even leapfrog him if he doesn't end up winning this game. Which, obviously, top 8 is the main aim, but this was the goal as well. The low driven from Butra to make it 3-2.
Stephen, I can see your question in the chat. Maybe ask Ryan on his personal stream.
What is it? Go on. It's about 3 goals going in at the same time. I'm hearing the rules behind us.
And that's half-time between Nicholas and Dave Fernandez. Back underway here. Mark 11 finds himself 3-0 down.
Wow.
To a surging Marin.
That is obviously I rate Marin very highly, but I didn't expect if he was to win this game by winning in such a comfortable way. Mark 11 looks dejected. He sat back.
When you see your 6, sorry to jump in there, Ryan, you see your 6 games, this is when you're circling goal, that has to be 3 points.
If you're Mark 11, 100%, yes. You'd expect to. It wouldn't be one of those ones where you think it's an easy game, no, but it's still something you'd expect.
If I've got aspirations of going top 8,
100%, got to win the game.
3 points. You see the table there on the left-hand side over the screen. 5 games really across the board for everyone that have been played so far. It's Nicholas topping the table on 15 points alongside Malaga and Tuga.
Marin's in the conversation as well to potentially get into that top 8.
Well, I think I can hear Gravison in the background. We'll be catching up with him very shortly indeed. He's been keeping his eyes on a match between Daniel Aguilar and Iker Monti. We'll be bringing Grav in a second as Marin has just added a 4th.
Goal difference as well.
4, Mark 11-0.
I'm going to take a look quickly to see who Marin plays in his final round of the day, because that is very, very important, because he's actually in the conversation for a top 8 finish if things do go in his way. His last game is against Danny Navarrete, who
he's been atrocious.
He's basically out.
Sorry, Danny, if you're listening, but you've not been good today or yesterday. Di Fernandez. I know there's a long time to go here, so I'm not going to go too early. As Nicholas gets the rebound. I said Di Fernandez was going to win this game. That was my prediction. That was maybe my hot pick. And that Tuga would top the table. 3-3 right now between Nico and Di Fernandez. Let's hear from Gravison. That match between Iker Montiel and Daniel Aguilar has been hotting up. Grav, how's it looking?
It's not looking good for Dan Aguilar at the moment, because the first half wasn't brilliant at all. He was second guessing himself. He didn't find the angles, and he went 3-1 down. He is starting a little bit bitter in the second half, and he's just scored a goal to make it 3-2. But still, Danny not playing good at the moment.
And what do you put that down to? Obviously, you're quite good friends with him, Grav. Maybe you get more of an insight into how he's actually feeling. We talked yesterday about Daniel Aguilar. You said he was very motivated, and he still has that fire to play. But it looks like the fire's getting put out right now.
It is. It is kind of getting put out, because in a way I feel like when you're 27, 28, 26, you never know when your last year is going to be. And when you're put, just when you receive an uppercut or a jab and it feels like you might get knocked out, it might be your last fight. And sometimes it takes a bit of time to try to get into the fight. And Monty's playing really good today. It seems like, I don't know, I don't think Danis will be able to win this match.
Sorry about that, Grav. Just seen an incredible goal from Di Fernandez to respond in that game against Nicholas. If you're in that position for, of course, your good friend Danny, is it a case of, is this potentially, if it doesn't go in his favour, his last year?
It could go that way. If I was coaching him, I would probably tell him, okay, if you lose, it doesn't matter. It's just competition. But you know, when you are second-guessing yourself and where you should be looking for those passes, looking for the shots, you're just not pulling the trigger. That's, for me, the worst way of going out.
Yeah.
And that would be pull the trigger.
Thank you very much, Grav. We'll catch up with you later on today for the full-time results alongside Brandon and Nicole. Di Fernandez 4, Nicholas 3. The hot streak, the 5-0, could be coming to a close at the hands of the serial semi-finalists here in the FC Pro La Liga in Di Fernandez.
What a win this would be if Di Fernandez could see this out. You can see the triggered runs going forward. He's calling players short, triggering the runs, and he's opened up space again. Jude Bellingham makes it 5-3 in favour of Di Fernandez against Nicholas. This could be a massive victory. And Nicholas, you can't see it on the screen here, but we can see his player cams in front of us, is absolutely fuming, Rich.
Yeah, he's so frustrated. You can just see it there. Obviously, we don't have audio on right now, but I don't think I've ever seen him like this. The headset came off, the headset got thrown down, banging the desk. Juanma's getting an earful. Obviously, we don't have audio right now, so we can't actually listen into this, but sometimes a picture tells 1,000 words.
Yeah, you can see there's clearly something up.
Thoughts on that, Ryan? We've
seen Nicholas for years.
We've had the opportunity to watch him throughout his entire sort of adulthood, really. He went from a teenager to a young man and now a true legend of the game. But seeing him like this, he's quite surprising, I've got to say. He's usually so calm, so cool, so collected. Snake on the hand, he's ice cold. He's cold-blooded. But the sun's come out. It's got a bit windy in Barcelona.
There's still a long way left. Let's put it that way for Nicholas to potentially stage a comeback. But for Di Fernandez, 60 minutes in...
If you're Di Fernandez sat on the other side of that stage, you think, I'm getting rattled.
Do you know what you do? You slow the game down.
3 pauses.
You slow it down.
You just think about that a little bit more. Mark 11 is on the comeback trail as well. He was 4-0 down up against Marin and just...
that's a chance.
Can't quite find the top corner on that one.
Hold on. Nicholas is in the box there. Butcher twisting and turning. He's somebody that is nimble and gets the low driven attempt in, That shot is very consistent in those areas.
This is one to watch. I'm actually more interested in watching Nicholas's face cam now than I am like a lot of the gameplay for Nico. Just to see how he's reacting. Clearly something must have frustrated him in this game. Just on the right-hand side of the screen there, is that 77 minutes on the clock I'm seeing?
Yeah, 4-2.
Let's go to it. Let's go to it in full, because Mark 11 does have a chance here to get back into this game.
A point does nothing.
Has to be a win.
It genuinely, he needs to, if he wants to get into that top 8, not only is a win important, but it's also, even if he wins both games, it's still not necessarily in his hands.
Well, we're going to jump in there and see how this game wraps up.
A win is needed for both players.
Yeah.
They both were on 7 points before this. A win puts them on 8, on 10, sorry. A draw puts them on 8, and it does nothing in terms of getting into that top 8.
Corner played short from Mark 11. Twisting, turning, dangerous area, fired into the feet of Rashford.
That team press kicking in, you see,
just swarmed him, didn't it?
Yeah, he's nowhere to go in that position. You try and turn back, and it's not only one defender you have to beat, you got at least 2. He's won it back very high up, Beckham. Can he find a way to get into the box? He does. Johan Cruyff tries to get it across again, and Jude Bellingham steps in.
And he's in. Xavi bearing down on goal. Marin might have just put the nail in the coffin there on this matchup.
Job done. Marin with a huge victory over Mark 11. And let's jump back over to that game between Di Fernandez and Nicholas. You see it's 6-4, so there would have been a goal in favour of Di Fernandez again to get that 2-goal margin. And could he get goal number 3 as well, Rich?
Just not quite accurate enough. I'm surprised he went for a normal shot there.
Same.
I thought a low driven into the far corner would have been a better route to goal.
Huge tackle. Tactical foul as well to slow it down.
We're about to go into a pause here for Nicholas, once again changing things up. I think we've got to... where do you want to head to?
That Javik against Adju Dominit game, with the latter winning 5-4, can jump straight into it. Javik was celebrating a lot in that first half, and it's crazy to see the game was completely turned on its head.
I think sometimes you don't celebrate too early, do you? Especially in 9-minute halves. The game can very quickly turn its head on you, and you find yourself sometimes looking a little bit silly if you went too early with a celebration and with a noise. But that is a lovely goal. Talk about the first time shot. Just fired it into his feet. First time low driven. He just shuffled the ball past the goalkeeper. Have another look at this, because this is a real smart goal.
Massive moment in the game as well. It's come at an important time. Pause cued. 15 minutes left.
Let's go back to game 1. They're out of a pause now. It's Di Fernandez and Nicholas.
There was a goal as well.
There has just been a goal.
And I was looking at it. Fell the way of Nicholas, very fortunately in the box. Attempted a pass and it fell straight back to him with Butcher. We'll see the replay as well. You can see the pass ends up going in towards Bucha tries to play a pass, it bounces off Xavi, straight back to him.
Shaking the head from Nicholas.
At least he can acknowledge it was fortunate.
Yeah. 15 minutes left on the clock here. Di Fernandez with Lamine Yamal. He's been a danger player for him in those areas just around the box, trying to sometimes create a diversion. Other times he is the one to open up the space.
We'll see if he's got anything else up his sleeve for Nicholas to try and get an equaliser here. Pushes forward, space for Bucha, can go down the right-hand side, but Pacha steps in with that crucial interception.
Was that the right option, do you think?
You know what? I actually don't think he expected to have that much space. And straight down the other end, Lamine Yamal, tactical foul, it's a red. He's gone.
You would imagine so.
It's a red card, of course it is.
It looked like last player to me.
It's last man. What? How is that yellow?
No remaining pauses to make changes. So he's very fortunate it wasn't a red card. You would imagine, though, this should be a goal.
Yeah, this should be a goal anyway. But you're kind of thinking it's against 10 men afterwards. It should be 7-5 against 10 men.
A little bit of goalkeeper movement and a slight shuffle of the wall.
It goes that way.
That's a really bad free kick.
I'm going to be real. That's the worst free kick I've seen.
I've seen back passes with more power.
Yeah. It's like a flyaway.
Oh. And that would have been typical if he'd got a counter-attacked on right there.
Well, Rich, you don't think that's a red?
I think it should have been a red, yeah. And he probably gets a red card for missing a free kick like that.
Yeah, you know what? He deserves it to be a yellow after that. Can he bounce back? I say bounce back. Can he get another opportunity to score?
Chat, do you think that should have been a red card? Let us know. I can see everyone in the chat letting us know their thoughts. Should Nicholas be down to 10 men for this final 10 minutes? Me and Ryan Pessoa would certainly think so. Di Fernandez having to defend here. Cadiz looking for a big 3 points on the board, which would put Di Fernandez in pole position for that top 8.
Oh, that's lovely. It's so smart from Nicholas to cut inside, and it doesn't manage to find its way into the back of the net there for Nicholas.
We're on our own with the red card. The chat think it was a yellow. There were defenders recovering.
I'm sure it's one man tackling. I'm typing in, sorry.
Coach Fair back there is getting on the altar count.
Yeah. Come on, we all play FC 26. You think Yamal's getting caught there?
Bucha Bueno not getting caught. Yamal away. Finesse round the goalkeeper. Di Fernandez. 3 points. Job done. Nicholas suffers defeat.
Massive moment, not only in this game, with the complexion of the group standings as well. Di Fernandez now puts himself on 13 points. He's got a game remaining as well.
And Tuga is rubbing his hands because top spot, 6 wins out of 6, is on the cards.
Benefits our prediction as well, Rich.
Certainly does.
Might not be right often.
I said this would happen.
You did. I didn't predict this game, but I said Tuga would finish top.
I said Tuga top, and I don't think Nicholas wins this game.
Yeah.
And Nicole said it as well. She wants me to say that. You see the table there. Nicholas played 6, even on goal difference. He's not top.
Yep.
As long as Tuga doesn't defeat. Yeah, as long as Tuga doesn't lose, he is top of the table. Which would give him, when we get to the Cup, the easiest route to the final. However, this isn't done yet. I didn't actually see
+3.
The added time.
+3. You've got about...
I've seen some horrific decision-making over the last 2 days.
So have I. But not from... I want to tell you now, Di Fernandez is not going to do that. You're going to wait. You watch, obviously, when the replays go through. Time is still ticking right now. Yeah. Could do that. You wait for kickoff as well. You don't pass the ball straight away. That takes an extra 10 seconds or so. By the time the ball is kicked off and you pass it back towards your defenders or whoever, there should only be a minute left. And by the time team press kicks in, constant press, offside trapping, in my opinion, it's too late.
Well, let's wait and see. All the other games nearly wrapped up. I think we We're waiting for a full time between Javek and Adri Dominic, and Zidane and Roney. He's actually 4-4, believe it or not. That's a really, really big missed points there for Zidane if he wasn't to get the 3.
I know you couldn't see it on screen, but Ronnie could have easily scored. You see what I mean, though, with Di Fernandez just taking his time from the kickoff? That is a lesson. Just wait. Those extra seconds could be the difference. He only needs to hold it for a minute and a half in game time now.
Nicholas is pressing. Surely not. Di Fernandez goes long.
And that's it.
10 seconds left on the clock. Nicholas wins it, and Nicholas plays forward. The referee's letting him play.
Hold on. I was about to say. Di Fernandez with a huge victory over the Iceman. His first defeat, his first taste of dropping points at the La Liga FC Pro regular season. And Di Fernandez, it's a huge win from him. I'm sure you could hear that as well.
Yeah, a full-time result coming in behind us here from our commentary position. That is the main stage matches. Cadiz 7 and Real Sociedad 6. So you can just see right here behind us now, both players packing up. Nicholas is done for the group phase. He goes through.
Chilling, he can go home.
He gets the 5 wins. He gets the 15 points. He'll be in that top 3. Definitely, maybe guaranteed second, depending on goal difference.
Depends on the other results, you know, because there's a couple ways in which he might falter a little bit or fall further down. You can't see that in it. Hey, he's raging.
Shall I give you a quick example of what happened?
Go on.
So Nicholas walked past, water bottle.
Smashed.
Bang, right off the floor. We've done quite a few representations of what you might have missed around this venue, but what we can tell you, Nicholas isn't unbeaten. Guys, what we're making of that on the desk. Nicole, you got a prediction right.
I know. Thank you.
We've got representation as well, haven't we? It's Graveson's ghost. Grav?
I think he's trying to calm Nicholas down after throwing the water bottle. I didn't actually see that, but that's because that's I say a big loss. And I know that Nicholas will feel that way, but need I remind you, I mean, he's still on 15 points. He's still going through to the cup, to the finals, you know. He is doing fine, but we know how frustrated he will be with that result.
It shows the standards he's setting himself as well, isn't it? That he's already gone 5 out of 5 and he wanted to go 6 out of 6 and be that perfect, end the day, maybe have that social media post of being flawless.
Yep.
It wasn't a ghost. Grav is here. Grav,
I am here.
How are you? I did get him a coffee. I was worried that maybe there was too many espressos in it.
No. Never many espressos, but I was actually at the Players' Lounge.
Yeah,
and I was actually...
You were there for Nicholas's entrance then?
Yes, I was there.
How was he looking?
He wasn't happy, I gotta tell you. He was frustrated. He was talking with Juanma. He was talking with Fer. He was just kicking the water bottle around.
What, the same water bottle we threw on the floor?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, I feel sorry for the water bottle. And we can have a look at the highlights here from that game, Nicholas versus Di Fernandez. What I am going to say, guys, don't know if you heard, but I had predicted, didn't I?
Have you?
That
you did.
I didn't know that.
Di Fernandez would beat Nicholas.
You did?
And I got it right, Gravison. I don't want to make this about me, but, you know, well done me.
I don't want to get this about me, but I got it right. You got it wrong.
I did. I mean, look, I think
fair enough,
you were brave enough to go against the Iceman.
Brandon.
Look, to be fair, if there was ever a match that might have been the most difficult on paper, we did say, didn't we, with Grav, that Di Fernandez could be that challenge for him, and he was.
He was indeed. I was surprised because Nico has been defending flawlessly. Not only that, against Thiago, he didn't concede a single goal. So for him to just concede goal after goal after goal, which was surprising, especially with the way Di Fernandez attacked, triggering runs on the inside with the midfielders. I was truly impressed with Di Fernandez, even though we thought this was going to be probably the game of the day. I'm truly impressed by Di Fernandez.
What do you think went wrong for Nicholas? I mean, he looked incredibly frustrated at points, Brandon, but what went wrong for him in this one?
I think it was just one of those games. I mean, look, you saw there was moments which I think just annoyed Nicholas. Nicholas is often so composed, but there was a shot there that hit the bar before, then obviously he did finish it, and maybe a shot animation that would normally go in, that didn't go in that time. I think it was just one of those games for him that was frustrating.
Yeah, and like we said, he did throw a water bottle in frustration. Obviously came into the media area where the players are hanging out and must have been absolutely livid. The good news for him is that his day is done now, isn't it? All of his games have now been played.
Leandro Peixoto.
Yeah. Yes, here he is.
As we are having.
This was a game earlier on, wasn't it?
I think that might be our top 5 goals of the day. We're just teasing you.
No, teasing you.
Teasing you.
That will happen.
It's everyone. Production. All the games are coming thick and fast. That we're all just. They're all merging into one, aren't they? What we should say as well is Mark versus Marin. Here we are. This game. This is one that I wanted to talk about because, I mean, Mark, guys.
What a day for him.
What a day.
Awful day for him.
Disappointing day. And we've said yesterday, today, we all know what he can do, but he's just not been able to produce it, Brandon.
If you just look at their results, both of the two of them, like, you're questioning so much because Marin's winning 9-1 in the game, Mark's winning 8-1 yesterday, then Mark's throwing away a win in the last minute and conceding a goal. It's just, I think the one thing they both can probably agree on, there's not been consistency across the two of them.
Pretty much, and especially because Mark should be fighting for that top 8 result, and after this, it just slipped away from his hand, especially against Marin, which is a good Spanish player, don't get me wrong, but this should be a match in which Mark should have won easily.
I mean, it was a good result for Marin, though, that leaves him on 10 points, doesn't it? And we can look at the standings here. I mean, 37 clubs, 37 players, there is a lot to feast your eyes on. Like we said, Nicholas losing that game, which means he's still on 15 points. Tuga, though, will be eyeing that. He'll be rubbing his hands together because he's playing next and it is his chance to go 18 points, 3 points clear at the top, isn't it, Brandon?
Absolutely. I mean, look, I think there's a number of tiebreakers that will come into play. I think it's victories first, then it's goal difference, then it's goals scored.
Yes.
Before we even come on to potential head-to-heads, which obviously that probably won't even get that far down the tiebreaker line. But Nicholas will be in the background. Of course, he'll be secretly praying that Tuga can lose that last game and he can still take top spot. But regardless of what happens, he's in the top 8.
Yeah, I know, but right now he probably won't be thinking about that, right? Next up is Chowsita versus Nathan. 2 players who have done really well, actually, over the past 2 days, and they're sitting pretty in the table as well. Gav, what can we expect from this one?
It is an interesting one because they're both sitting at a comfortable position, but they both need to get a point, at least, for me to qualify. I do think with 13 points you're through, but with 12, I don't know about that because Nid will probably get a win, Marin will probably get a win as well, and those sitting with 10, 11 points, I think they'll win. So if they get a draw, they probably both will qualify, but I'm sure they'll look for the 3 points.
Yeah, what do you reckon, Brandon? Who's going to grab the win in this one?
I think... I mean,
or a draw.
No, I reckon Chowsita might be on a bit of a wave of momentum here because he picked up a huge result earlier against Hugo Sanchez, which was a big momentum builder for him. He was outside the top 8. He's basically going to be on his way into a top 8. Nathan has been superb alongside fellow Brazilian PH in, but I don't know, I just fancy Chowsita in this one.
Yeah, I can see over there the players getting ready for these games, and I'm looking directly at Tuga, who's up next, and with a win, he'll go top 18 points. I mean, that'll be brilliant. Anyway, let's head over to Richard and Ryan. Guys, hola, hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, we're good. We're going to give a prediction straight away, actually, before we jump into seeing the draft and this particular item on the game. Chowsita or Nathan, who do you think wins?
I think Nathan.
It's going to be a tough game. Both. I think Nathan as well.
There you go.
I think a draw is perfect for both of them. But let's take a look at Nathan SR's draft on the screen. You can see it. He's put a lot of his budget into the top 2 players in his team, Butra and Zidane. Both players have been pivotal for him. The rest of the team sort of picks itself in a way.
I love this Zidane.
Same.
I packed him.
Yep.
In an icon player pick.
Actually, I remember you telling me about that, actually.
Over Team of the Year. The one thing I really like about this is that not only can he do everything 5-star, 5-star, tiki-taka plus, one of the best play styles, but his alternate positions, everywhere. He can play striker, cam, centre mid, right mid, left mid.
Yeah.
I think right wing, left wing as well. He can literally play anywhere. So if Nathan does want to change formation at any point, if he wants to go into a 4-5-1, you put Zidane as one of the centre mids. If you want to go into a I don't know, a 4-2-3-1, you put him in the 10.
Everything.
He can do everything. I like this team.
What about this man right here, Kylian Mbappe? Do you think maybe the power curve has put him out of a lot of teams? For me, I think he does a perfect job at left mid.
No, the main reason why he's not...
Sorry, that
There we go, it's okay. Is that right there?
97 pace.
97 pace. Nobody gets near him. And especially with the full-backs that we've got on shore, they're just not good enough. That inside run, the inside forward run that he makes, when you trigger it and then you play the through ball, I don't think anyone can get close to it.
Yeah, I agree. Let's take a look at Chusita's draft as well. Of course, he's been using Gareth Bale up top. That one, or Gareth Bale in the team, I should say, overall. This version for the Thunderstruck has that low-driven playstyle plus, has been so clutch, whether it's right foot or left foot. The overall team, though, I'm a massive fan of the midfield.
Yeah, this midfield three right there is the best midfield you can get.
Yeah.
That's the best three centre mids you can get. Couple of interesting ones. The right mid selection, you leave me out, this version is a little bit rarer than the other version. The other version is the one that we're seeing a lot. And also there's a lot of coins here in the right back in Valverde. Do you agree with that?
I don't know, because I'm trying to think, what are the other options? This player here on the bench, you can see this is the other option. He's got quick step plus, 91 pace. Buchanan's
right
okay as well. It doesn't stand out. You got Llorente as well, who's another option, but I think Valverde is probably the favoured one amongst players if they had the extended budget as well.
There's a team here centre back in the La Liga, in Koundé. He's nowhere to be seen. Are you surprised that he didn't feature?
For Barca, it's a difficult one. And speaking of Barca anyway, let's hone in on this particular player. Team of the Year, Pedri. Unbelievable item in game. You can see the stats he has, ridiculous. The play styles as well, the 3 play style pluses, technical, incisive and ticky. All 3 of those are sensational. He's got a shooting play style. One thing he is missing is a defensive play style, like an intercept. It would be lovely. I know his interceptions in game, the actual attribute is very high, but he's perfect other than that.
Would you're building the team, you're playing in this, are you taking the coin hit on this?
I am.
To get him in?
I think I am, yeah. Just because
is it him or the big version of Cruyff?
It's one of the two. You can see they're both impactful.
Yeah.
But I just think having that team of the year item in Pedri, I think it's just unbelievable. Him and I was going to say Zidane. Zidane is an option, but him and Xavi, I would say, are the top 2 centre midfielders you can choose, in my opinion.
And again, the versatility. Centre mid, CDM or cam. Any of the different formations you want to play, any of the different variations, he can play in different systems. I'm not surprised we've seen so much Pedri. Will we see him impact this game?
I think he will. I think he's going to be a key player. Will it be enough, though, for Chusita to take the win against Nathan? That is going to be found out very, very shortly. It's enough from us, though. Let's send it over to Brandon and Gravison. Take it away.
Thank you very much, gents. Yes, we are officially now moving into our final round of games. Only a pocket of players that have played all 6 games here in the LALIGA FC Pro group stages. One of those is Nicholas. As you said, he walked past you early. He was very much annoyed, wasn't he? You wouldn't think that he went 15 points out of 18. By his own standards and his own expectations, he wanted all 18.
That's the thing. I mean, we did hear from him on the talent day in which he said he doesn't care about the regular season matches. He just cares about the matches against the top dogs of the competition. And he's been playing well, but when he matched up against one of the best players in the competition, Indy Fernandez, he didn't perform well. So that's Nico's standards, and for sure he was frustrated, and he should be, because even though he's qualified, probably in a top 2, top 3 situation, he wants to win everything.
Well, what's interesting about these two is they both actually had the same record. 4 wins, 1 defeat coming into this last round. Both on 12 points on the table. But what will be interesting is seeing the goal difference split between the 2 players. I mean, I'm looking now, 29 goals scored for Deportrio. Compared that against FC Andorra, Nathan SR, 27 goals scored. They've both conceded the exact same amount of goals. Both conceded 18 goals. So you're looking at a goal difference of a +11 and a goal difference of +9. I mean, even if they both got a point, I'll be honest, Grav, I think it's enough to keep them in the top 8.
That's the thing. I'm curious to see if there is a potential world in which after 20 minutes, so that would be, let's just say, 80 in-game minutes, they're 1-1, they're both through, and they're happy with it. I don't think, to be honest, even though they're probably happy with the situation, I do feel like they're both attacking players and they'll go forward if that happens.
I mean, chat, you let us know. We can see you. We can see your comments and getting involved in the conversation. Who do you expect to win this one? Nathan SR or Chusita? Again, whoever does win, I mean, could potentially actually be on more, could be higher than Nicholas on the table, depending on the goal difference. Nicholas is on 15 points. I mean, he ended the day with a goal difference of plus 10.
Yes.
As it stands, if Chusita was to win, or either of the two were to win, if they got a couple of goals,
yeah,
they're potentially going to be sitting above Nicholas. That could help them in the cup. It could put them on a different bracket side, Grab. It could mix things up completely there.
Yes, you want it, if you could, of course, you would want to get out of the way of Nicolas, especially because in La Liga, every single time Nico loses a match, it fuels him for the next one. And
it's lucky that he's just played his last match.
Yes.
He's not playing another one after that. He is done until the cup in a few weeks. Well, we are loading him. As you can see on the floor here, all the matches looking ready to go. Tuga, what an opportunity he has against C. Riquelme. I mean, yesterday we saw Riquelme come back from 7-4 down against Neat with a 5-3-2. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. Tuga in an unbelievable position here, Grav, to go and top the table himself and round out a perfect 48 hours here in Barcelona as we are officially underway.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen in this match. From the left side to the right side of your screens, you have Chusita playing with the red strip from Deportivo. And that's a beautiful pass for Valverde. Oh, thought that was going in.
Very nearly was the breakthrough.
From the right side of your screen to the left side, you have goal. First goal of the day so far, Brandon.
Chusita. I mean, the first shot was a warning sign, wasn't it?
It was.
And he had to go via a corner instead. Chusita will lead by a goal to nil. I mean, he might sit nearly 50 places lower than him on the world rankings. 82nd in the world, Chusita does sit to Nathan SR's 38th. And although he might come in here as a former South American champion, Chusita will not care. He is one of the old guard, so to say, in Spain that has been here year after year.
He has.
And he can make his life so much easier with a top 8 finish. He would skip around at the cup. He would also guarantee himself in the most important tournament here in Spain, the LALIGA FC Pro Grand Finals. April the 11th is when it will be kicking off.
I'm looking forward to that cup, because that first round of competition, that round of 16, feels like everything's on the line. As you can see, that's another tag for Pedri. Oh, saved by Jan Oblak, but it seems like Chusita has found a good rhythm to start the day.
There's the flick down again. Chusita off the line by Eliminationes. He might get another bite at it. Lamine Yamal taking his time. He tries to recycle it back on his left foot. And I love the composure from Chusita in these scenarios. Faced a couple of player locks there, which tries to disrupt the Brazilian and Nathan SR. We've also got an update over here, and that's Tuga is leading by a goal to nil, Grav.
He's leading 1-0 at the moment, and he's happy with the way he's playing. Just as we see a great defense by Chusita, but we're currently fighting for the top seat of the table. Right now, it seems like Tuga, unbeaten, every single game is a win for him.
He's on his way to be the only player that's won all 6 rounds of action here. 18 points he will be on. He will be the #1 player on the 37.
Great pressure.
Leaderboard. Chusita has really got him on a bit of a chokehold here, hasn't he, Nathan SR? And this is the moment where he needs to go and bag a second or a third and really make the most of it, because Nathan SR is going to come straight back at you.
And again, great defense with the centre-back with Militao. Seems like he's not afraid of pulling players out of position, just as we see Di Fernandez against Rowney. Di Fernandez currently with 4 wins and a draw. That will put him in 13 points. So if he gets another win against Rowney, he'll be top of the table as well.
I mean, he's
under Tuga, sorry.
much of a different scenario, is it, though, as Di Fernandez will go 2-up in this game. He's just played against top of the table, and now he's playing against bottom of the table.
Yes. It's the rhythm of the match is so different, because when you play against Nico, you have to think about so many things. You gotta think about the runs, you gotta think about the press from Nico. It's so much different, and it's really hard when you're playing a rhythm of a match that's so high, and then you play against a player who hasn't got that confidence, so will probably try to keep the ball as much as he can. It's so hard, and I gotta tell you, for a competitor, it seems like, let's just say you're playing in the Champions League in football, and you're playing a game against Barca, and then you're playing against Inter de Milan. It's so different playing against the Catenaccio than the Tiki-Taka. It's a similar one here in FC 26 as well.
Yeah, it's not like you're getting drawn sort of like against Real Oviedo, is it? You're playing against some of the European giants. I mean, look. Do
you have a problem with Real Oviedo?
No, love them. If there's any fans of the club, is there on commentary?
Don't know.
No?
Don't know.
Break for over here. Flippercito, by the way. Can he go 3 wins from 3?
Seems like he could, because...
Oh, my.
He makes it 2-0. And Alberto Ubeca from Leganés, who has 6 points at the moment. He needs at least a point, so a draw would be enough for him.
He could be on his way to get 10 points here, Flippercito.
He could.
10 points. It won't put him in the top 8, but it'll put him on the door, just knocking on the door, just outside the top 8, probably about 10th or 11th.
Especially because the seeding is so important for the cup. It's not the same as playing against a top 9, top 10. They're playing against top 24. So different. That's why I think you should aim for those high positions on the table.
I'm just very much looking around the edge of the top 8 there of players that...
Whoa! Host.
Might just about sneak in. I mean, as it stands right now in terms of players...
Yep.
You've got Tuga top of the table. Nicholas in second, sort of joint on points there with Chasita, who's 2-up in this game. You then got PH in, Di Fernandez, Nathan SR and Obron. That's your top 8 as it stands. But again, that could all change. You've got Marin just knocking on the door. He's just on the outside here.
With 13 points, right, if he wins.
He's got 1 game left.
Chasita's playing so good right now. So good, just passing the ball around. That control from Pires. Wow, saved by Jan Oblak. I gotta tell you, Chasita is cruising right now. He's happy with the way he's playing. Look at that corner.
Here he comes again now. Right, we can see Rowney against Di Fernandez on the right-hand side. It's 3-2. Di Fernandez back in front. And just about cleared off the line there. I wonder where he was going for a split second. The game on the right-hand side of your screen. There's the overlap. And potentially the all-important equaliser, defended well there by Chasita. He's just controlled the game really well, hasn't he?
Yes, as we just jump back to Caricis' match against Raúne, against Real Racing Club de Santander, and it feels like Di Fernandez is playing really good at the moment. Not only that, it's unfortunate for Raúne because he's the only player in the competition who's on 0 points right now. So of course there is something about leaving the competition without a single point. I'm sure he will try his best. As we just see the replay from Cadiz. You can see here Robert Pires just looking for that pass. That was the second goal for Cadiz.
I'll tell you someone else who's sneaking about their business, but maybe we haven't given all the plaudits to Grab, and that's Magician.
Yes.
He is potentially on 12 points. If he can beat Andoni in this last game, he'll be on 12 points, depending. I mean, his goal difference isn't looking great at the moment, which could come into play. I mean, looking at the scoreline right now, he's still -1 goal difference. Magician in a winning position against Andoni. He could be on 12 points, but then he looks around him there. There's going to be a lot of players on 12 points.
As we just see now this match between Jay Lyon and Iker Monti. Jay Lyon is currently on 2 points, so he's out of the competition. And then Iker Monti is on 7 points, so he should get at least a point to be 100% sure into the competition for the cup. But if he doesn't, it's going to be... he will depend on goal difference.
That's the table as it stands right now. And I believe... is that because Tuga's losing, or is...
It seems like it. It seems like C. Fernandez is currently winning. C. Fernandez needs to get at least a point in this match because he's currently on 6 points. If he gets a win, it's 9 points. So it seems like Tuga's losing now, because we have to remind people at home. Riquelme right now.
It's 2-2 in that game. I mean, he would still be on 16 points, but I'll have to just update the table.
2-2. Riquelme needs to get a point at least to qualify for the cup, so everything's on the line for both of them.
Riquelme might have just been able to get the shot away there with Nico Williams. Again, it is ever changing, this table. We will go back to our feature game very shortly. Chocita versus Nathan SR.
Which is 3-1 at the moment for Chocita. I gotta tell you, I'm impressed with the way Chocita has been playing today, but especially in this match.
Is there a cutback available? Tuga.
Offside.
Offside.
As we just see Riquelme just comfortably getting the ball back, as we just jump over to Chocita's and Nathan's match. It's 3-2, but it's a chance for Nathan to make it 3-3, Brandon.
Absolutely.
Well defended by Chocita.
Defends well, Chocita. Tuga in a 2-2 scenario against Riquelme. Last chance of the half. He's going to fall the way of Riquelme. What a pass that could be. Riquelme! 3-2! No one is safe. Forget the perfect record grab.
And when we all thought, after Nico's... I'm looking at Chocita. He's twisting, turning with Lamine Yamal. The left stick dribbling's out of this world. I don't know if people are watching at the right side of your screen. That could be a chance for Lamine Yamal. What a save by Oblak. But again, the left stick dribbling from Chocita. Madre del amor hermoso. He's playing so well at the moment. And when we thought there was going to be a player who was going to be unbeaten, there we go.
Chocita, last kick of the half, should have been 4-2 up. Just 10 seconds left in that one.
Wow, and everyone's now catching a breath, because Nathan, I'm sure he's not happy with the way the game is going. This could have been easily 5-1 to Chocita. He's had so many clear chances. As we just have a look, I mean, that's 13 shots from Chocita. So we just jump over to Flippercito against Alberto. Alberto is on 6 points at the moment.
There's no way that he can make it into the top 8, Flippercito, but he can have an amazing day too, can't it?
Not only that, but qualifying on a good position to the cup, and then it's not the same playing against the 9th and playing against the 21st, for example.
Well, a win here would be 9 points from 9 today, unbeaten in day 2. He's been full of confidence, and
as we just see our global standings on the left, you can see Club Deportivo Leganés, Alberto Beca on the 25th position, so he'll be out of the competition if he doesn't get at least a point. You can see how Villarreal is closing the qualification to the Cup with 7 points. So whoever is on 6 points won't be able to qualify for the Cup.
The sad part is as well for Graf, 13 players, it's the end of their season already. We're in February, and it's the end of their competitive season, unless they can crawl in via the play-ins and the last chance qualifier to get to the World Championships.
Yeah, as we just jump over to that Nathan against Chusita match, which is on the way. I'm just having a look at the players' lounge now. You can see Jago, who's taking a look at the matches, but he knows his season is pretty much over, Brandon. No play-ins, didn't go out of the regular season in La Liga. You know your season is done. So we just see Riquelme. Oof. Clear chance for the Mirandés player. So we just see great chance for a counter-attack for Nathan, well defended by the Deportivo player.
What a pass that is for Chusita to try and make the most of it. Carapal, what a save on black corner.
No chance for a counter-attack on the other side of your screen. You can see Riquelme looking for that 4th goal.
Oh, he's got it. Woo! He's 4-2 up. See Riquelme, he's 4-2 up in his game. Well, we are going to be catching up with Ryan Pessoa in just a second. Of course, we've got our eyes on a couple of featured games, but Ryan, there is a lot more to talk about. I think 5 games in total in this round. Where have you been looking?
Me right? Okay, there we go. Now you can hear me. That Flipacito game has been one that I've kept my eye on between him and Alberto BK. It's an interesting one because Alberto performed so well, Grab, on the online cup. So I don't know what's gone wrong.
Do you think a draw is enough for him to go through?
It's a difficult one because then you're relying on other stuff. I think obviously a win is ideal. I think for Flipacito, he's been incredible today. Arguably, for the last 2 years, the best second-day player we've seen in the group standing. He's been flawless.
Can we speak about the magician for a second? Because he might have just pulled out the best trick I've seen. He is potentially on 12 points here, Ryan, and we've barely spoken about him. He might just squeeze in, maybe.
It's a difficult one again. It's just relying on other results, but 12 points is an incredible return for somebody that we didn't give enough credit to. So we have to give massive, massive respect to him. He's been amazing.
And the last question, Ryan, do you think the qualification is going to end on 12 or 13 points?
I think 13. I do think 13. 12 is just, there's like a 5% chance it'll be on 12 points, but I think 13.
Amazing stuff, Ryan. Thank you for the updates. Keep us in the loop of what is going on around all of the matches. Again, we are closing out our final round of action here. And after this, we have got 10 more. So more than that, we have got 12 more matches to conclude. And then we will be very sure of what our top 37 will look like. Who's going to be on their way to the finals? Who's going to be coming back for the cup? With 1 round more to play or 1 round less to play. But as I was saying, Graf, magician, I mean, he's one of the French pros that has come through and we haven't really spoken about. He's just got about his business. The hard part for him is he might get 12 points, but it might not be enough.
I would say probably won't be enough.
I don't think it will be, no.
No. It was probably that game against NIT. Not only losing, but the amount of goals that he conceded, as we just see a save from Ramiro with the footwork, play style, and with this result, Riquelme would be on 9 points, which is...
It's enough to be in the cup.
Yeah, for sure. Not only that, but qualifying in a comfortable position as well. And Tuga, after winning every single match, do you think he'll lose that top spot? It looks like it because Di Fernandez is winning.
Tuga!
Not over.
There's one back. I think the most impressive thing about Riquelme, I think he's drawn 3 games.
3 games, yes.
3 games. He's been able to draw one of them, of course, against NIT.
The thing with Riquelme, lost his first match, got a draw, another draw, another draw. So he ended up the first 4 matches with 3 points. It would be impressive for him to close the deal against 2 great players with 6 points. as we just jump over to our match between Nathan and Chosita, because Nathan has probably just equalized with this goal. And not only that, but I've heard another roar coming in from Alberto Beca, probably another goal that came in from the player representing Club Deportivo Leganés.
Yeah, Zinedine Zidane has just flipped the game on its head, by the way. Didn't we leave this with Chosita in the lead? Now he's 4-3 down. Four-3 down in the game.
As we just see another chance. And it seems like Nathan has been able to make a comeback. Now another chance for a counterattack from the Galician player. That'll be Chosita.
It's quite interesting now, isn't it? We're looking around at what this means and how it's affecting other players in the table standing here, because everyone's looking around, and this is the interesting part. This final round is actually split into 3 different parts. Speaking of which, here's Nathan SR looking to get another, wins himself a corner. That's going to be parried around.
And it seems like they're both, the thing with this match between Getafe and Leganés, they're both happy with the point. If they get a point, Alberto Beca will go through and Flippercito will go through as well. So for sure they'll try to go on the offense for another attack, but they're both happy with the way the game is going. I mean, they were both happy with the draw.
Well, it looks like they're both happy to take the point there. I mean, there's a lot of people in here that aren't happy with them.
Of course.
To sit out on a point, they want them to find a winner. They need them to find a winner.
Of course. We did see Xavi and Zidane just taking a look at the match, because they know with this draw they're both in a tough position.
I think there might be an understanding of what it means on that game. Flippercito versus Alberto on the table of where they will both sit. Flippercito will have an unbeaten day 2 here. He's going to be on 8 points next to Isno.
As you can see, Chosita is trying to make a comeback, because with a goal, he should be able to make it to the top 8. On the other side of your screen, you can see here Riquelme against Tuga. That's a great press coming in from the Portuguese player, and this could be it. You can see Tuga gets the ball to Bellingham.
Chance for Tuga, 4-4. He wants to be top of the table and have the perfect performance here in the LALIGA FC Pro group stages.
As you can see, Riquelme, I would say, is happy with the draw as well. We're gonna have, I don't know how many people with 7 points. Let me just take a look, because we might end the day with nine clubs with 7 points.
Well, we said, didn't we? We sort of said 13 or 12 points could be enough to get in the top 8. We also, I think Tuga was saying yesterday, sort of 7 points, 7 or 8 points would be enough to be in the top 24. Yeah, that's kind of worked out that way.
And it seems like Flippercito and Alberto, they are both happy with the point. They're just passing the ball around.
Have we got another draw here as well?
It looks like it. And Ikermonti and J Lion. Ikermonti needs a point at least, but J Lion is on 2 points, so he's happy with the way the game is going. That's a fault coming in from Club Deportivo Leganés. And at this instance, coach is looking at the league table.
Just trying to understand what it means, this result.
I'm sure they're both happy with the draw. Why? If we just jump over to Nathan and Josita, that's Nathan scoring the last kick of the game, and it seems like, as we just have a look at the replay, was it the other way around? Yes, I think it was the other way around. It was Lamine Jamal to make it 4-4 for Josita, but on the other side of the pitch, Nathan was able to score the 5th goal and another one? No, that's 5-4.
This is going to be rather interesting, Grab, because as it stands, him and Nicholas, I mean, they're going to be neck and neck on goal difference, but on goals scored, Nicholas will just be above him.
By how many goals?
I'll tell you, it is very close. It's going to be Nathan SR on 32 goals scored to Nicholas's 34 goals scored, both on plus 10 goal difference.
Wow.
And both on 15 points.
But this could
for
go the
how
other
long?
way.
Josita says no, I'm getting an extra point. And I'll tell you what, a point apiece might keep them both in the top 8.
It looks like it. Looks like both on 13 points. It's enough. As you can see on the other side of your screen, Alberto and Flippercito will end with a draw as well. It seems like they'll both qualify for the Cup. You can see Flippercito with 7 points today, 7 points out of the 9 possible, and Alberto Beca with 7 points in total. It seems like he's through as well. Seems like they're discussing some instances of the match, Flippercito and Alberto Beca, but we have the last minutes.
We've got another 5-5. Is this just a round of draws, by the way?
It could happen.
5-5 here.
If I'm Nathan,
2-2 here.
If I'm Nathan, I'm happy with the draw. With the draw, I think you're through, but seems like the Brazilian player is trying to attack. He's going forward. He's going forward. As you can see now, Zidane looking for the last kick of the game.
Is there a match winner here? Well, let's find out if there will be. It could go the way if he does of Nathan SR, if he can get this right. Added time at 3 minutes.
And it looks like the game is going to end on a draw. No. Do you think Josita is going to go forward or not?
Why not?
A draw puts you through, probably.
I know what you mean. The risk, though, isn't it? Take a point and finish on 13. This is your last kick of the ball. Or try and go one step further and take all 15 points here. Josita might just get the last chance of the game. Has to make sure every decision's right, though. Xavi can't turn his man, and that will do us. They're all square. They'll both end the league phase here in LALIGA FC Pro on 13 points each. But on goal difference, it will be Josita that's just in front.
Yes, I do feel like Josita is going to go through. Nathan, I don't know about that. On the other side, we have...
Are we looking at Di Fernandez, top of the table?
No losses. No losses. We don't know about Tuga.
Well, Tuga is winning.
But Di Fernandez.
Di Fernandez, huge reaction. He's on 16 points. 16 points from 18 available across the 2 days. And by the looks of it,
Tuga's
he's the only player to go unbeaten.
Tuga's winning.
Or is Tuga also going to do the same?
It looks like it.
Now the 37 players, as it stands right now, Tuga and Di Fernandez will be the only 2 players to go unbeaten across all 6 rounds.
Wow.
And Tuga will take 18 points from 18. He will finish top of the pile.
Riquelme needs a goal to be alive into the competition. He needs another one. If he doesn't get the ball back, he'll be out. He won't qualify for the cup.
He's trying to do what he can, but Tuga,
that is it. That's the game.
Managing the game well, isn't it? Any time of 2 minutes is played. Full-time result, Tuga. Congratulations. 18 points from 18. Leading by example is the Portuguese pro. And he will be the #1 ranked player heading into the league finals, heading into the League Cup. Congratulations, Tuga.
Take a bow as we just jump over to Levante against Alaves. Alaves, if Monti is able to get a win, he'll end the day with 10 points, comfortably qualifying for the cup, and J Lion will finish up the day with just 2 points. So I'm sure he won't be happy. Now Monti will just pass the ball back, gets the ball to the keeper, and that will be it. That will be Iker Monti ending up with the competition with 10 points.
Yeah, Iker Monti getting himself 10 points. As we said, it felt like sort of 7 points was the sweet spot to ensure a place in the cup stages, and that is another round concluded here in the group stages. Remember, there's only 12 games left now, 2 more rounds technically of action, Gravison, but we have already said a congratulations to a few players such as Nicolas, Di Fernandez, and most importantly Tuga, top of the table, all basically in the league standings, all in the league phase, all in the top 8. But I cannot wait to see how sort of 6th, 7th and 8th starts looking, Gravison, because there's going to be players on 12, 13 points, hoping that goal difference goes their way.
I do really want to have a look at this last round of fixtures, because if Eibar, Castellón, Valencia are able to get wins, we don't know what's going to happen.
It could all change, and we can't wait for it to unfold. I'm sure there's 3 more people that have been enjoying that last round unfold. Guys, Tuga, he's top of the table, and he's going to be the man to beat in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, Tuga is top of the table. I mean, he got there in the end. He wasn't for a while, and we were having to change our notes, but he got the job done and will be probably quite relieved and absolutely thrilled, won't he, Richard?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I said it was his easiest game to end the day.
Famous last
and
words.
he made it look like his hardest game.
Yep.
But what did we say earlier, Ryan?
We said it.
Tuga always seems to come out on top. 95% of the time, he edges through those games.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did get our credit. I think all 3 of us, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, am I giving you too much credit?
We
did say Tuga. We said Tuga.
Tuga would finish top.
We both said that, at least. I don't know if Nicole said it. Tuga's over there smiling at us, but these are the results from
we'll get
the round
Tuga
there.
over in a minute. Spoiler alert. Here are the results. Andoni with another loss, but a very good result for Magician. What are you looking at, Richard? You're pointing at something.
Yeah, set 3 looks to be slightly ahead there. 2-2. Leganes and Getafe, they're underway. That was the result that we just saw with Flippercito. Yep. So only 1 game left to play on set 3.
Yeah, Flippercito was absolutely thrilled to get that draw, wasn't he? It's an important point.
I think he should be happy with that, because he started the day on 1 point. And he's finished on 8. So for
8 out of 9. 7 out of 9, sorry.
That is a very, very handsome return, especially when he was very, very close. He was on the brink of being eliminated. He's found his way into the next part of the tournament again. I think he should be happy.
What about Nathan as well, by the way? Oh, here he is. There you go.
Yeah.
It's like I knew that was happening.
I think both of these two, if you said beforehand, take a draw, more than likely, statistically, you're going to be in the top 8. With the points total that you amass, they probably take it. We've still got games left to play, and there's lots of permutations that could still rear their head. We've got Oberyn left to play, who's got points up for grabs there. We've got PH Zin, who's got points up for grabs there as well. It was a real end-to-end game, though. It was an attacking flair, shall we say, Ryan?
I was so impressed with Chusita in those opening 35 minutes or so. But then it took a little bit of time, but eventually Nathan Essar managed to get back into the game, getting a foothold. That is a very, very unfortunate goal to concede there. But I think a draw is probably fair in terms of the balance of the game.
It looked like Nathan was going to walk away with the win at one point, but it wasn't meant to be. And like you said, a draw does seem fair, Richard.
Yeah, it certainly does. There's a goal that Chusita scores. I hope we're going to see it, where he spins Nathan really, really well.
Yeah,
that was the 5-4 where you thought Nathan Essar was going to take all 3 points. But have a look at this. Into Vinny Jr.
See ya.
McGeady cancel, back the other way. Really good game. 5-5.
Well, we were talking about Tuga earlier on because he is sat right at the very top of the table. So we should chat to the man himself.
We should.
Right? Yeah, come on then. Tuga, come on in. We've kept you standing there long enough. Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I mean, wow, what a 2 days for you. You must be relieved that it's done now. Talk us through that last game because you managed to pull it back in the end and get another win.
Yeah, absolutely. I was losing 4-2 against Riquelme. He was playing really, really well. He came with like a 5-4-1 formation. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. I think 90% of the players or more doesn't play 5 at the back. He played. It was a bit strange at the beginning to see his mechanics, to see his gameplay, to see where I could explore some spaces in his defense. But obviously, I talked to my coach at half time. I was losing 4-2. We talked to get a 4-5-1, to get calm, composure, get possession, and wait for the opening space. And we did that, and we come back to 5-4.
Yeah, you managed to turn it around. I mean, these guys were saying earlier on, famous last words. Richard was like, "This is Tuga's easiest game of the day." Of course it is.
I want to ask you, Tuga, this performance in the Pro Open, you were good, but I don't think, in my opinion, you were this level. The disappointment of losing to the Sada, the FC Pro World Championship spot, sort of falling away. Do you feel like you've got a new motivation to really make this La Liga FC Pro yours?
Yeah, absolutely, because I knew that my level was there to make to the World Cup, to be honest. Unfortunately, I lost that game, but I couldn't get myself down. I need to refocus, to see the next tournament. Obviously, this one is a big one, and I lost that spot, but now I need to give everything to win in La Liga spot. Yeah.
What did those last 2 weeks look like? Because obviously the disappointment, was it as simple as just, you know what, getting over it, you have to practice, or did you have to take some time out to yourself and just see what could happen?
I mean, it was a mix between those. Honestly, I need to get 1 or 2 days off to just relax a bit, to not focus on that game anymore, to be honest. Obviously, I went back to see in that game what went good, what went bad. But afterwards, we need to practice a lot. I played a lot of practice games. Obviously, in these accounts, we need to use specific players from La Liga and LB promotion. So I need to adapt to these new players. And obviously, I put like countless hours with these players, and it went well.
It did go well. How confident are you feeling then for a few weeks' time and, of course, for the finals as well? And how are you going to prepare?
I mean, now my confidence is on the top because I think I was the only one to get 6 out of 6.
Only one.
Obviously,
correct.
I know that I need to improve a little bit in some things that weren't that good, but I'm really, really happy. I think I make like a real statement. Obviously, this doesn't count if I don't win the cup or the finals, but I think it's a perfect start, and let's see how it goes in the cup, in the finals.
Yeah, it'll definitely give you a lot of confidence, I'm sure. And congratulations on a brilliant 2 days. We're going to let you go and celebrate in Barcelona. Have fun. Well done. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to have a look at the standings now and see how things are looking. There we go. Okay, like we said, Tuga's just looking at the standings himself, actually. He's like, OK, what's going on here? Because there is a lot to feast your eyes on, isn't there, Richard? We're all looking very intensely at the table. Of course, Tuga at the top there. Di Fernandez, though, as well, right up there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm also looking at 24. So there's a lot of teams there on 5 points. Yeah. All of those players can go to 10.
Yeah.
Only the players on Eibar, Granada, Albacete and Atletico Madrid can all upset all of Andorra, Real Sporting, which PhD, and we've got Valencia. There's a world in which Nicholas, who's won 5 games and lost 1, with his inferior goal difference, can get knocked down
like 5th or
to 5th, really, because PhD and Real Sporting still got to play. Oberon with Valencia still got to play.
Yep.
This is far from over, even though we've only got 2 rounds of games left.
Oh, yeah, this is where it gets, arguably, Ryan, even more exciting, because it's still all to play for.
It's the best part when it gets to the final round, just because, as we said earlier, so many things can change based on a couple goals scored. as you said, you were looking at the 24th spot.
Yeah.
That one there as well is very interesting because it's already at the minimum 7 points. So for those players before, obviously they have to win those games, and it could be interesting because some of them have unfavourable matchups as well. So.
Yeah, well, more games are coming up next, but for now, we're just going to take a quick break. We'll see you shortly.
Won't you say why you're a stranger now? Your eyes escape mine when I sit you down. Don't you feel like we're holding on onto a fairy tale, but the magic's gone? Been months of bluffing.
Well, welcome back to Barcelona here for the Liga FC Pro Group stage. Just Brandon for Ryan Pessoa. Just got a moment to have a breather in what was a crazy last round here. If you missed it, Tuga just announced himself as top spot in the table. And Ryan, we're going to have a look back on the game that made him top the table, because it wasn't all going his way, was it? He was trailing in the game 4-2, but this was the goal that brought him back to make it 4-4.
Yeah, it was a very difficult game for him. We mentioned how C. Riquelme jumped into the game in a back five, so we had to find different ways to break down the defence. This goal here was the perfect example of how he done that. Triggering runs at will. You'll see this run here. If he can go slightly back, you can see Jude Bellingham is making a darting run into this space. The obvious thing to do is to play that pass because the pass is on. However, what he does is use it as a bait, and it causes C. Riquelme to change cursor. You see the cursor above his head right here. So he's aware of that run. Naturally, to track that run, you're going to move that defender further back. That pushes the defensive line back, and you'll see eventually that pass eventually ends up, you can see, to Jude Bellingham, who was the intended target. The finish is incredible, to be honest, for it to find the back of the net like that, but Tuga done extremely well to get back into the game.
Do you think here it's just obviously where you're trying to flick onto X, Y and Z players? Is it just that little split second of just having to switch back here? You're so lost at that point, you can't even track the run.
Yeah, because you can even see from a little bit before, He's selecting Salgado here.
Is that by accident or?
I don't know, but there's nowhere that pass is going to be aimed towards, because obviously when you're triggering a lot of runs, you have to be aware and be mindful of the players running behind your defensive line. But there's no threat on this side of the pitch. The major threat is that Jude Bellingham. And of course, which we saw, it led to that eventual goal. Yeah,
Jude Bellingham, the second most picked player across all the drafts here in the La Liga FC Pro. As we said, Tuga definitely in, Di Fernandez definitely in, Nicholas definitely in the top 8. They're already qualified for the finals. But that is it for our build-up and our look back on that game. We've got technically 12 more games to go. Richard Gravison, you're going to take us through our next 6. Looking forward to it?
Yes, certainly am. I'm also looking forward. I heard it in my ear. We've got a double half-time report, chaps.
Both
of you are going to be giving us updates from all the games taking place to find out the permutations as we go into these final couple of rounds. As Brandon said, myself, Richard Buckley and Gravison guiding you through these final couple of rounds, because there is action unfolding. We know the names of players, we just need to find out the placings. Is Nicholas going to be able to hold on to third? Or if Oberon wins, if PHZ wins, they overtake. That then also has an impact on the cup draw, on who you're going to play against, Gravison.
Cup on the league finals as well. So curious to see if Oberon's going to be able to take the win. I'm confident if Danny gets battered in this match, he will also not qualify for the finals, for the cup, sorry. So I'm curious to see what they'll manage to do, both of them. On other parts of your screen, you can see, for example, as we just have a look at Oberon's draft, for example, if Marin is able to get the win against Navarrete, that'll be 13 points, and I'm confident that'll be top 8, same as Nit. Nit is also in 10 points. If he gets the win, he'll maybe kick Nathan out of the top 8.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Brandon Smith is going to be keeping an eye on that Marin game. Granada and Espanyol de Barcelona going head-to-head with Danny Navarrete, who's had a woeful day of it.
Awful day.
Gravison.
Awful day.
The other games we've got Kone and David Sanchez, which is literally right behind us. They're about to get kicked off in their matchup. David Sanchez just complaining about a light that I can see in his eyes.
That's our light.
It is, yeah. Other matches, we've got Yago and Chechu going head-to-head, Almeria and Cordoba. You've got to talk about Yago's performances over the last couple of days. He's been poor.
3 points.
Yeah.
3, so that's
he's out.
4 losses, 1 win. Yeah. He's out already.
Yeah, 7 points is the minimum. We're still with over half of the players to play their final game. We said 7 or 8 could get you in.
I think it's going to be 7. I think it's going to be 7. I think it's going to be 7, and the top 8 will probably end on 13 on the other side of things. So let's see how it goes, Richard.
Our featured game to bring to you is that one between Oberon and Dani Aguilar, Yeshka and Valencia.
As you can see, Daju is playing against Nit. Nit is playing to qualify for the top 8. And on the other side, Daju is playing to qualify for the cup. He was quite emotional, Daju. If you looked at the screen, he was crying, he was hyping himself up. It's a good opportunity for him to make it into the cup.
I feel like he's been quite emotional all day.
Yeah.
To be honest, a lot of celebrations, a lot of outcries of emotion. Oberon just seems to have kicked into another gear today, and I'll give you a little peek behind the curtain. I was out in the players area, sorry, in the media area, should I say, just about 2 hours ago when I was doing an update on the Tuga match, if you remember correctly. And I was sat alongside Venny, who's obviously in the camp now of Oberon, helping out. And the big bit of feedback that he gave him from day 1 to day 2 was just up the pace. Just up the pace in the gameplay. Not 100%. Don't start rushing things. Just play with a little bit more zip. And Oberon today has looked absolutely fantastic.
Has he won every single match so far?
I believe so, yeah.
And now he's playing against Danny, which I feel like it's a good match for both of them, analytically. But I do think Danny, when he's playing to qualify for cup and then finals as well, he doesn't play as good as he should. So I feel like that's why I give the edge
when he's got the pressure
Oberon.
on.
Yes.
I mean, that is a lovely bit of play though from Daniel Aguilar, but you saw the grimace, he's just offside on that one. Talking about Huesca coming into this, he is sat on 22nd right now. 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 7 points. A draw's a great result here.
A draw is enough. And I feel like even if he loses, he might be through, but 24th position.
Goal difference isn't great, but it's okay.
The thing is, if you look at the teams that are below him, Osasuna, if he gets a win, he has to score +7 goals, I think it is, +6. And the rest of, so for example, Betis is now playing against NIT, and he is winning. Dayo has scored a goal, so I'm not sure if Ryan Pessoa will be able to follow that match. It would be amazing.
Well, we've also got Kone and David Sanchez going head-to-head. And it is a 1-goal lead to David Sanchez for Sevilla. But in our featured game on the main stage here, Oberyn of Valencia and Huesca, Daniel Aguilar. And it's going to be an opening chance, just defended there, a good block. I find it so funny, I've seen him a little bit now. Obviously 2 against 6 wins.
Yep.
I've just seen him milling around the venue. He's got his backpack on, he's just walking around like it's just another day in the office.
Yes.
Are you surprised by that?
His result?
6 wins out of 6.
Yeah. I only expected Nico to make it unbeaten till the end. And you know how hard it is to, on a regular season, in the toughest season in La Liga, to make it 6 out of 6 wins.
On 2 different days. It's not just a player who's caught fire and got momentum and then flown through. He played well on day 1, and it was tough games. He had a couple of late winners. He's come back on day 2 and played well again. He's replicated. In my opinion, that's the hardest thing. Consistency in this game is very difficult, and he has shown a level of consistency over 2 days, back to back. No other player has got a flawless performance of the maximum perfect 6 points. 6 wins, should I say, out of 6. We are referencing Tuga if you are just joining us. As for this matchup, it's been a slow start.
Yes.
I think that's to say.
I think they're if Benny did ask Ober to step it up a bit on the rhythm, he's not done it yet in this match so far.
That's a nice passing to Pedri around the corner. Good strike. Did go to ground there with a slide tackle, but just gets the block on the way through. Let's wait to see how this corner is floated into the back post, as you would expect, but it's a good defensive header. Up and away from Eder Militao and Daniel Aguilar. Oberyn piling on the pressure, but it's just going to fall to a white shirt, and there could be a counter-attack on here. He plays the player lock and just sold Pedri a little bit short, which allowed Oberyn to get bodies back.
It seems like 25 minutes in, not too much happening to this match. Dan is comfortably just holding possession, but I feel like he should go forward just as he's doing now. Looking for those angles, looking for those low dribbles. Oberyn seems to be much more aggressive at the moment.
Let's head on over to Station 3 if we can. Oh, it's going to be Polycrisio, actually, in fact, up against JRG.
If Poggi Chris wins, he'll be on 13 points, which I think will be enough to put him into the top 8.
It certainly should be, yes. There's a lot of players on that 10-point mark coming into this round with 1 game left to play. And we've also got 1 more round where we're going to see Pietrin in action. He's on 10 points right now. Oberyn could go to 13 if he's successful.
And I'm thinking, because that Poggi Chris against Jorge match was 3-0 down to... Was it 3-0?
It was 4-1 down.
4-1?
Yeah.
At the moment, Jorge is in a -1, so that would be -4 with 7 points.
A lot of players on 7 points right now.
And that's not a good goal difference.
From 17th to 24, every single one of those players on 7 points.
The thing is...
And most of those haven't played their last game yet.
Córdoba could play, Betis could play, Osasuna. So if Adri Domenech is able to get a win, he would surpass Burgos, and if Daju is able to win the match as well. Not even win the match. Just get a draw.
Just a result.
Enough, yeah.
Just a result. You can see Neat on the right-hand side of your screen there. He's one of those players on 10 points right now with 13 his goal, and he looks to be 3-1 up. Does the Atletico de Madrid man. We had question marks over Neat yesterday, but I think today he's certainly performing at the level he should be. And right now, I can tell you, Neat is in 8th. He sneaks in that 8th position.
Wow.
With 13 points, 9th position would have 12.
I guess the goal difference is not great for him.
No. We have had a goal in our featured matchup in game 1. Station 1, Oberon and Daniel Aguilar going head-to-head. The question is, who has broken the deadlock? Is it the Spaniard or the Italian? And it's fallen Valencia's way.
As you can see now, Oberon looking for that second goal of the day, for the match, sorry, for him. Not quite. But I feel like Oberon is comfortable with this. When it gets to end-to-end, as we just see the replay, it was a good counter-attack. Probably it was the creative run. Oh. That's the level of FC we see from the best players in the world right now. It was a creative run and a first touch pass.
I don't like that short corner from Daniel Aguilar. We've seen so much
it.
success into the back post and the head downs. It's a viable way of creating a chance.
Agree.
Short corner played all the way back, and then he just caught offside, and if anything, he's given possession back to Valencia and Oberon. Right now, 2 Portuguese players topping
Wow.
the Spanish league.
Wow.
The LALIGA FC Pro is global. There's lots of different nationalities here, lots of different players, but it's Portugal on top with Malaga and Cadiz.
As we just jump over to this Girona against Sevilla match. Oof. Cone, who has got just a win, as we talked about before. Di Sanchez on the other side of things with 7 points. So I'm confident if David Sanchez is able to get a win, that'll put him in 10 points, which not enough to make it into the top 8, but is enough to at least get on a comfortable situation to play at the Cup. And as you can see on the right side of your screens, Marin at the moment is trying to look for those 13 points.
You've been impressed by Marin?
Yes, a lot.
He just beat Mark 11 in his last game we saw. It was me and Ryan on commentary actually for that one, and I think Granada might have got themselves a bit of a player here going into the Cup.
Last year he didn't play well, but 2 years ago he qualified for the Cup and finals on first position in the group standings. So he's a great player. And he's looking, he was looking for that 3rd goal of the day for him, of the match, sorry.
Every time we go away from our main game, from our featured match on the main stage, there seems to be action, and there's been more action. We left it 1-0, Oberon leading, and we can tell you, we've just got that equaliser. It came for Daniel Aguilar just on the stroke of half-time with Huesca. 1-1 looks to be the score as we approach the break. Let's just see this attack coming in here from Oberon. Can he make anything from it? Cuts back to the edge of the box. That pass is intercepted, and that will do us for the first 45.
And I'm sure Danny will be happy with just a draw as we look at that replay. That second goal from Daniel Aguilar. It was Gareth Bale with a low driven after the keeper was out of position. And the game is 1-1. I would say, do you think Oberon is happy with a draw? 13 points?
No. He's a perfectionist. And he'll also be thinking, stats-wise, the higher up I finish, the better game, quote-unquote, I've got. Because he'll be wanting to win the Cup.
Yes.
He'll be wanting to win the LALIGA FC Pro. He's not just thinking get to the top 8, get to the top 4, get an Champions League place. He'll be wanting to achieve the best he very much can, which, in our opinion, in your opinion, outside of maybe Nicholas, and you've got, say, Tuga, Di Fernandez, he is then the next player that we could envision winning.
this entire tournament.
Agree, 100%. And what's curious for me, Richard, some of these Spanish players, their whole season depends on probably qualifying for the finals, because if you qualify for the final, then you get a chance of playing again here next year, because you were on the group of the 16 best players in the whole competition. So that, what I mean by this is when you play on the cup, on that round of 32, trying to qualify for the league finals, you're playing for everything from your whole livelihood, pretty much. But then...
Oh, that's beautiful play. Neat has really stepped it up. What did I say earlier when I was doing that half-time report on Neat, Gravison?
Yep.
You was in here on commentary.
Yep.
I said I want to see more tempo. I want to see more pace in his attacks. And it looks like I don't think it's from me. He wasn't listening to me. But
maybe
it looks like he's taken that on board, because there is certainly a more aggressive play.
Makes sense. And you asked, he delivered. That's what you should be doing in those instances. Back to my point, Rich. I feel like I agree with you. Auburn doesn't care about finishing into the top 8 or outside of the top 8, because what he wants to do is qualify for the ESL, qualify for those finals. So I think you're right. I think he doesn't care about a draw. I think he cares about the final. That's why he's going to go for the win.
1-1 here between Daniel Aguilar and Oberon. You see the table there on the left-hand side of the screen, so tightly contested. A lot of players already finished all their games, but I'm looking at 9th place right there, 12 points on the board, 5 games played. It looks like real sporting to me with PH Zin. He'll be stepping in, trying to edge up the table. 12th place there with 10 points. Well, I mentioned that we've got both Brandon and Ryan Pessoa out and about. Chaps, we're going to do a double hit. We're going to hit you both. Let's have a conversation. What are you seeing across the other games, and is there anything that's really going to spice up this table?
I mean, what we're not seeing, Rich, I mean, I've been keeping a close eye on that Marin game. I mean, he was 2-0 up against Di Navarrete. Let's be honest, hasn't really got anything to play for, Ryan. Yeah. And then he's given away the game and he's just scored again. So I believe with that result now, he is tinkering around the 8th place. I think they're all on about 13 points, depending on how O'Brien and other players get on. What have you been looking at, Ryan?
I've been looking at Polychris, and I feel like it was a game that he had to win. And he's done exactly that. Or I say done, he's doing exactly that. You can hear every time he scores a goal, he lets out a roar. And he knows how important it will be to get into that top 8.
Do you think the pressure is getting to Jorge at this moment, Ryan? Because he's not playing good, JRG.
I'll be honest, he's been very, very poor in terms of the chances he's been giving away. But Polychris has been pressing high up the pitch. He's creating a lot of chances. And as we say, Grab, because of that top 8, he knows how important it is.
The other thing as well, just to mention there, I know we meant looking at Neat and Atletico Madrid. He's 5-1 up. Right now, that puts him 8th. But he'll be looking at goal difference. If he gets 6, 7, 8 goals, there's a good chance a good goal difference solidifies you in that position for 8th place, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And some of the goals he's been scoring as well. I know you saw one of them. That little 1-2, beautiful goal from Neat. He's been flying, and that's the thing with the goal difference. It's so important.
And lastly, that was just seen in front of us, O'Brien going back 2-1 up now. That's not going to help Marin out at all.
No.
As much as he's winning and he's on 13 points, the goal difference behind him might not be enough.
Thank you very much, chaps.
Double reporting, I like this.
We'll hear both from Brandon and Ryan taking us through the last round of the day from commentary, where there'll also be a reverse graph. Me and you'll be out in the field giving the updates for all the games that are taking place. Valencia 2-1 up, as Brandon mentioned. Oberon finding his 2nd goal of the game.
And it seems like Auburn is in complete control of this match. When he wants to keep possession, he does. When he wants to go forward, he does as well. As you can see, he's looking for those passes. He's looking for those angles, but Daniel Aguilar has been lucky so far because the results have been helping him, with Burgos losing, with Dayu losing as well.
He might be fortunate. He might have already been able to
squeak over the line, but we've still got that one final round of fixtures left to play. So no one's going to be too comfortable with positions still very much up for grabs. The top 8 up for grabs. The top 24 up for grabs. There's so many players on 12, 13, 10 points that have still got a part to play in this league phase.
And we still have, on the last round of fixtures, we have Hugo Sanchez, who's on 10 points. Not only that, he's
PH'd in
as well, yes. And he's in a plus 14 goal difference. So if Hugo Sanchez wins and gets the 13 points, he'll be through. As we hear screens from...
sounded like Marin.
Marin, yeah, from the Granada player.
He will know how much his performances are up for scrutiny right now, with top 8 qualification potentially staring himself in the face and coming his way after a disappointing and disheartening 2025 league performance and group stage. He's looking to get back to his best and performing as well as he can.
As you can see, those... Oof, this is a great ball to Cruyff. Oof, saved by Eder Militao, which could have been a penalty with the advanced defending.
Yeah, on another day, might have got a little bit unfortunate there. Speaking of that Marin game, here it is. Against Dani Navarrete, Espanyol and Granada. 70 minutes on the clock, and it's Marin leading 4 goals to 2. 2-goal cushion.
As we just have a look at the replay from Marin. There was a ball to Cruyff. The finesse came in. Top pins. 4-2. And Dani Navarrete with a poor performance today so far. Not only today, but yesterday as well. As you can see, Marin's just holding the ball. He knows he's happy with this result, with the goal difference as well. And on the... he's going to look for the 5th.
He certainly will. He comes forward. Ooh, I'd like to see a first-time shot there.
Yep.
I think with that first-time shot animation, he probably gets the strike away. Well, Chechu and Iago. It's Almeria and Iago leading 8 goals to 3. His performance has probably come in a little bit too late in the day, as have Dani Navarrete's. 4-3 now. He can't really make an impact on his own performance, but he can play a big part in other players going through. With the goals that we've been seeing, Atletico Madrid and Nick now drop out of the top 8. He goes into 9th position.
Wow.
That's what I'm looking at.
That's the goal difference. Yep. That's the goal difference over there.
And it's because Dayu has got a couple of goals back.
Dayu, who's fighting to be alive in the cup, because if the game ends like this, he'll end with 6 points. Not enough.
Let's wait and see. We've still got FC left to play and drama left to unfold here. That's nice play and a lovely finish. It tucked into the bottom corner. Surely not, Grav.
Surely not. Not only because of the result, which is 6-4, 2 goals. Mentally, before the match, he was gone already. He was over here crying, trying to listen to music and stuff, but he was quite emotional. As you mentioned, he has been like this the whole day. I feel like sometimes the pressure gets to you. And in my opinion, it did to Dayu. Pressure got to him.
Just had a huge cry from over our shoulder. I think it might have been Polychris.
Yes, probably.
With the emotion.
As we just have a look at this match, if Marin is able to get the win, if he's able to hold the ball for at least 10 more minutes or try to score another goal.
Williams finds the top corner.
This might be it.
Marin. He has got one thing on his mind, and it's finishing in that top 8. And he's looking to do it by his own standards, his way.
not relying on other players, getting performances for him and getting wins.
Wait. There has been another goal on the game between Dayu and Nit.
Oh no. We've got to go there. Get us to station 4 when that game kicks back off.
I can tell you. It's 6-5.
Wow.
If we just have a look at this replay from Albacete and Burgos. There has been another goal by Boye Chris. You can see the celebration, you can see the reaction to make it 6-3. And if we could jump onto game 4 whenever that game is ready, because they are in a pause, if we could jump over to game 4, Dayu could be on his way to qualify for the Cup if he's able to score one more goal.
This is going to be late drama. It would also knock Nit out of the top 8 conversation altogether if Dayu was.
That game is underway, so if we could jump over.
We're right there.
There we go, right.
6-5, and it's only 70 minutes on the clock.
Loads of time.
What's Nit like in these pressure situations?
He's chill. He's good. Feel like the pressure doesn't get to him in these instances.
Just going to keep doing what he's doing. Just keep playing how he plays.
Yes. He should go forward, nevertheless.
Oh, absolutely. But I don't even think it's a question. There's so much time. Wow.
Big celebrations from and screams and vamos from the Granadan player, because Marin should be on his way to the top 8. Dayu's defending now.
Building up in around the box. Here's Xavi now. Offloading to Perez, but that's intercepted. And that's a wasteful rush pass.
This should be it.
From Dayu. Xavi, extra pass. Yamal finds the top corner. No reaction from Nit, because he knows there's a long way to go. There's a big 15 minutes.
And you can
Dayu, he's playing with his heart on his sleeve.
He is. It's so hard to play like this, because even though you're trying to concentrate, you're trying to play at your best.
You're playing emotional.
Yes. It really is unfortunate. As we just jump over to the game between Auburn and Daniel Aguilar. At this moment, Auburn is leading game 3-2. And we're going to have a look at a replay. This was on the 2-2. Auburn did have a chance for another attack, and Pedri who made it 3-2. Another goal.
Let's see the final 5 minutes here between Daniel Aguilar and Auburn, because it's the game that kicked off earliest. We'll be able to catch Nit's performance as well.
Great ball. No, Carreras gets the ball back.
In the final 10 minutes of that match.
Sorry, Rich.
Only 3.5 to go. Auburn playing at his own pace with time on his side. However, if there's one thing that we've seen over these last 2 days, the one thing that I've commentated, it feels like every single round, late equalising, drama-filled goals. But will Auburn simply be too good? 4-2. Putting his own destiny in the top 8 under his own performance.
Brilliant goal by Pedri. And with this result, Auburn would end up the day with 15 points. That would be 5 wins and 1 loss for the Italian player. Even though Danny is losing this match 4-2, he'll qualify for the finals, because Mirandés lost his match. Real Betis lost their match as well. And it will be between Córdoba and Osasuna.
Yes.
As you can see here,
Nit just pulled away.
Either way, even if Nit scores 1 or 2 more goals, I don't think it's enough with the goal difference. He'll try to at least go forward to score a couple of goals more, but won't be enough, Rich.
Granada in full celebration, just looking over to our right-hand side here. Marin very happy with today's performances. You got to think, if you're getting 13 points out of 18 available and you don't get in the top 8, you've got to be disappointed with that. There's not a lot else you can do. You've only dropped one game in the grand scheme of things, and maybe a draw.
It is what it is. As we just see the final whistle on the game between Auburn and Daniel Aguilar. That's Auburn with 15 points. Wow. And the Italian.
Does he leapfrog Nicholas on goal difference?
Let me just take a look. It was a +2 in this match. Nico has 10 goals. And yes, he does. 11 plus difference. Nico will be... I'm telling you. Nico will not be happy about this. Finishing in what? 4th, 5th position at the end?
Yeah, I mean, after Pietrin plays as well. I think Pietrin's on 12 coming into this, so he could go up to 15 with goal difference being strong in his favour as well. That final round of the day, Mark 11 taking on Adric Dominic, Jotaba and Pietrin going head-to-head. Hugo Sanchez and Zidane. We've also got Hidalgo and LJR Peixoto.
Nico could end up the day on 5th position, Richard.
Which, coming into today, you simply wouldn't have predicted, would you?
No, never. Never in my whole life.
A full-time result here coming in. It's going to be Atletico Madrid and Neat with a 8-5 victory. Auburn gets over the mark, 15 points, job done for the Italian. He had a tough groups last year. This year looks a lot more comfortable and made it his own.
It seems like the Italian job is now done, completed. And I'm sure the Italian fans will be happy.
Absolutely. And Valencia, for that matter. One final goal here, which, I'll tell you what, if that goes in, goal difference might be a big factor here for Neat in this hunt for the top 8. He does finish the game with the 3 points and with a +3 to add on to his tally. 6 matches remain here in the group phase of the La Liga FC Pro. 1 round of fixtures left to go. We have had so many games, and it all comes down to 6 final matches, Graf.
6 final matches, and of course we have a few questions that are still unanswered. Will PH be able to surpass Nico on the league table? Will a couple of players qualify for the cup? Because Dani Aguilar is now just at the end of it, and if Cordoba is able to get the win and Osasuna is able to get the win as well with a good goal difference, Daniel Aguilar and Huesca might be out of the cup.
However, there's questions to remain. We've got answers. Auburn, 5 wins out of 6, 15 points for the Valencia representative. He is going to be on cloud 9, and I cannot wait to see how Mr. Brandon Smith, because I know he's a big fan of Auburn, reacts to that one. Guys, take it away.
Cheers, boys. Sorry, what was that? Do you want to just do that again one more time? You little... Yeah, can we get... zoom in on Brandon?
Bellissimo! Bellissimo!
Oh, I'm happy for Auburn. He is a great guy. And he's also... he's just quite chilled, isn't he? Even when he gets a big win, a really good result, he's just always quite cool, calm, collected, isn't he, Ryan?
Yeah, it's a weird one because we all know how good Auburn is.
Yeah.
And it's like, because he started a little bit slow in terms of performance-wise yesterday, it feels weird thinking he's on 15 points. He's had an incredible set of games, so he should be proud of himself.
You know what? I think that's potentially because, like we're saying, like Auburn's he's just quite chilled, isn't he? I think because he doesn't come out with these crazy celebrations and he's not like one of the bigger personalities here. Maybe that's why he's gone just a little bit under the radar. We're having a look here at the results that we have just seen. We've only got one more round to come, Brandon
I know,
Smith.
we're commentating on it, me and Ryan. I don't know how on earth this top 8 is going to unfold, because it's going to move, it's going to change, the goal difference, potentially the tie-break is going to come in.
You should see my notes trying to keep up.
You've got enough notes. We're going to have to sort of react to it live on broadcast. So, yeah, we can't wait for it. It's going to be an unbelievable ending round. But speaking about Auburn, I actually caught up with him just outside the venue. He was actually getting a coffee over the road.
What time was that? Is that why you just got that win?
Was that during the show? No, I don't think it was. And he said to me, look, I played 2 games at 5 p.m. My next game was at 9 o'clock. It's a long time to wait. And for some players, they can't deal with that wait because I know we're playing an e-sport, but there is such a thing as being warm, and there is, and warming up and being in your groove and being in your flow state. And look, for Oberon, if it did affect him, Ryan, that wasn't the case.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing, what you said as well. Sometimes, obviously, I say sometimes, majority of the times, playing on the stage is a completely different thing than playing in a practice room. You can't recreate that level of expectation on your shoulders and emotion. You can't, it's just not the same. So for him to have that level of gap between those games, trust me, that's very difficult.
Well, that coffee worked then. What was his order? We should go get it, shouldn't we?
No, I got away from that quite quickly. I think he had some marble cake, though.
Of course. Did you? Yeah.
Marble.
What about Polly Chris? A big win for Chris.
You saw the reaction, because Polly Chris had a bit of a topsy-turvy day today, didn't he?
Yeah.
And I think you heard at the end there, a lot of people just... I mean, even Oberon.
He was another one.
We say he doesn't celebrate at all. Marin.
Yes.
All of them were just roaring and shouting and just relieving all the stress that they've been feeling.
And Marin, again, I know we like to talk about some of the players that have gone slightly under the radar, but Marin is absolutely one. I mean, with that win, it's meant that he's on 13 points and I believe in the top 8.
Yeah, I'd love to see the standings anyway, just to see what it is before that final round. But Marin, again, it was 2 years ago where he was so good in the group stage, the regular season. Ended up getting into the cup, into the finals, where I thought, whoa, he's a serious player. Last season, well below expectation, following on from it. This year, he's bounced back with a vengeance and he's been unbelievable. That win against Mark, for me, was the standout one in the previous rounds. But this one against, albeit a Danny that's already eliminated, you still got to beat what's in front of you, and he done that very well.
I mean, I was going to say, Ryan, the fact that he was coming up against someone who was already out of the tournament now, so I suppose that made things maybe slightly easier for him.
I would say...
Oh, or maybe not, because, Danny Navarrete maybe had something to prove?
No, not even that. Sometimes when the game in front of you, you're a clear favourite by some sort of a massive margin, to put it at the least here, because Danny's already out. You might overcomplicate those sort of games. This is the life standards you can see. That win did put him in 5th. Right now, as it stands.
The points, though, Ryan. I mean, look,
I know.
plus 17.
What about Neat as well, by the way? Because Neat won a really important win, a big win, which took him to 13 points, right? Which is quite funny, because, Ryan, you and I were saying, hold on, how's he got now?
Yeah.
We kept saying yesterday, he's not had a good day, but somehow he's up there. But it is so close. It's so tight. And we've still got, by the way, in the next round, PH Zin and Hugo Sanchez to play their last game.
Yeah, look, the only people that can really get in there, I guess, is Magician, PH Zin.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Magician, he's out, unless somehow he was to completely
magically
change the leaderboards for himself. No, he is completely out. But no, you're right. Hugo Sanchez or PH Zin. But the one thing that Hugo Sanchez does have on his side, Nicole, is a huge goal swing from yesterday, which could be the difference to get him in.
That's massive.
Yeah, we've got our last round of games coming up. Like I said, the featured match is Jotaba versus PH Zin. Now, Jotaba is already out of this, isn't he?
Dusted.
But will he manage to get something, even if it's just the pride from PH Zin?
I think as Ryan was saying, it gets to a point where, like, you're playing against players that have got nothing to play for, but they're just in the way, aren't they? They're just being difficult.
An obstacle.
You can't just sit there and go, just let me have the win. You're not playing for anything, but they do the opposite, Ryan.
With somebody like PH Zin as well coming into a foreign league, the Spanish players will want to make sure they can upset him somewhere or another, whether it's just to stop him getting into that top 8. He's already guaranteed top 24. I still just think he's got a little bit too much, especially against a Jotaba that hasn't been at it at all.
But also, there must be a bit of pride on the line, right? When you've not had a good couple of days, surely you want to just get any win you can, even if it doesn't really mean anything. We can see that man on the screen right now. But let's hear from PH Zin.
My name is Paulo Henrique. My nickname is PH Zin. I play for Real Sporting Gijón. For me, like, to come to La Liga was an easy choice, because after I already won another league, the league Eredivisie from the Netherlands. Now I join La Liga. I think it's really good to me to join this league. La Liga, for me, by far is the best league in the world. A lot of good players, so it's really hard to play against Nicola. He's not like one of the best in La Liga, but he's one of the best in the world. this format with these plays will be really tough for everyone. If I play against Nicholas, I need to beat him. When I join some tournament, I just look to the trophy. I join La Liga for just one reason. I just want to win this league, and I will do my best to win this trophy.
Well, we are here, aren't we? We are ready to conclude the final round of the LALIGA FC Pro group stages. There is still stuff to play for, isn't it? At both points of the table, the top 24, Ryan, who's going to make it into the cup? And there's still spots available and opportunities for players to lock themselves in to the top 8.
There's so many swings with these last 3 matches. I honestly don't really know where to look. Obviously, the featured game is very, very important. You can see P8's in on the screen, but there's also other games going on. Hugo Sanchez against Zidane is a massive one. Mark 11 as well against Adrian Dominic is another important game. There's so many games where anything can happen, and the point swings are very important.
Well, I think there's 2 players at least that could squeeze their way into the top 8. One of those being PH in. He's playing against Jota Bar in our featured game, which you can see on screen. They're loading into it now. And the other being Hugo Sanchez against Zidane. If both of those 2 win, it will come down to a showdown of goal difference. These are the drafts coming into this one for PH in, Ryan. I mean, Stoichkov, is that I'm seeing, is I think one of the only players that has backed the Bulgarian striker. I don't think we'll see much of him on the pitch, but we'll certainly see Cruyff and Gareth Bale, who I was speaking to him earlier. He said, I absolutely love Gareth Bale. And there's been a few times tonight where he has popped up and showed just how class he really is.
Yeah, Gareth Bale's been a serious option out on that right, or even up top. That low driven has been clutch for a lot of players throughout the last couple of days. The 87 Cruyff, though, I don't know about it for me, personally. I don't think he's that great. I think he lacks a couple important things, like the finesse and technical as well. The defence I'm a big fan of, though. 3 of those 4 players, I would say, are the standout ones. Barcha obviously does he puts in a shift as well, but Salgado with quick step, he's got intercept plus as well. Militao, Alvarez is a great option at left back, arguably the greatest option there is. It's a very, very strong team.
As we said, for players like Jota Bar that have not had the best of tournaments, I mean, is Maradona maybe a reason for that? Not many people did choose Maradona. He's a lot of coins, and I think Jota Bar might be one of the only players to draft the Argentine in the team. Has that come back to bite him, do you think?
I would say yes, but it's easy to say that now because
or is it more so his overall performance is just not being good enough?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't mind this team. I think obviously he's got the worst version of Pedri, the winter wildcards at him instead of the team of the year. Xavi and Bellingham are unbelievable. Yamal, Perez has been key for a lot of people. The defense is weak compared to P8's, but I still think it's more than capable. It's not a terrible team. Like, we've seen some bad drafts, but I don't think this is one of them.
I mean, chat, you tell us, who's got the better draft on screen, PH or Jota Bar? Do stay with us. This is our final round of action. 6 more huge games, which could determine players' seasons here in the LALIGA FC Pro. Who is going to keep their tournament alive? And as we said, for some players, Ryan, it's sad, but it's the truth. What are we on in terms of date-wise now? We're
12th of Feb.
12th of Feb? Your season could be done.
It's finished, yeah.
Unless you're trying to go in via a play-in and then a last chance qualifier, but you're really against the odds on that. I mean, your season can be done. For 13 football clubs in La Liga, it will be job done in this next round.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that this early on in the season that a lot of players won't have much to play for, but it just goes to show how difficult it is nowadays to make sure you can keep in and amongst the best players in the world who have the options of whether it's their domestic leagues, the last chance qualifiers you said, or even some players for the FC Pro season that happened already.
Well, if we can, I mean, look, we know we're going to be jumping into our game in a second. If we can see the table or the standings, it would be great just to set out the scene here. There's a nice graphic that has all of the teams from 1 to 37, and it shows you exactly what is on the line. We saw it just before we went to a break. If we can see that on screen. Right, that is the situation now, Ryan. I mean, you look towards the bottom side of the table. I'll keep you up to date with the top. As you can see, Real Sporting, 10th place at the moment. That's PH in. A win for him, potentially even just a draw with a goal difference swing would be enough to get him into a top 8. And then 12th place, Ibar, 10 points at the moment, plus 14 goal difference. Hugo Sanchez, if he wins, of course, he could go in. Both of them could go in. And we could be saying Nathan SR is out the top 8. Chasita out the top 8.
Wow.
That's actually insane when you think of it. Just at the bottom side, on the right side of your screen there, the only major thing you can see is Osasuna. Adrian Dominic, if he wins his game, he'll be on 7 points and will have higher goal difference than Burgos. So that knocks them out of the tournament.
Can you imagine a -6 goal difference is keeping you in the top 4?
Yeah.
Top 24, sorry, potentially.
You look back at some of those chances you might have missed, or some goals you let in silly maybe when the game was getting away from you because you might have lost your head. There is a world in which as well, Villarreal, if they lose by a certain margin, it just depends on the goal difference. That's something that we'll find out in that particular game between, or for Osasuna anyway, for Adrian Dominic. That's going to be a very, very important one.
That is quite interesting. Is there a world that potentially a team like Almira, I mean, what, Yago? Obviously, looking at sales, I was getting confused with games played and points. Yeah, good point.
Can't get in.
Great point. Again, we are waiting to kick off our featured match here. We're looking around us, our final 6 games. And then all eyes. What do you reckon? What do you think the outcome's going to be? Both in? I reckon both get in. I reckon Hugo Sanchez and Piazin both get in.
So do I. I think they both win their games. Piazin's up against Shataba, and he's up against a player that is already out. I think that obviously plays a factor. Sometimes the nerves. Hugo's got a tough game, though. Zidane is a very, very difficult opponent.
All right, Zidane is in his seat. There's just been a few sort of like pre-walks from a few players here that have just been walking around the room, hyping themselves up. Hugo Sanchez and Zidane doing just that. Hidalgo here. I mean, look, for Hidalgo, it's in his hands. The problem he's playing against Leandro Peixoto that's sitting in front of him.
Yeah. And LJR's just sat there looking around thinking, oh, the Spanish, they're antsy. They're walking around the place.
He's probably sitting there thinking, I didn't expect this, did I?
Yeah. The look on his face.
Well then, headsets are on. Jotabar, PH in. Are we ready? Here we go. Last round of action. And for those that are still with us watching on Twitch and YouTube, this will be the most entertaining round, hopefully. That will tell you who will be your top 8. Who will be your top 24 playing in the LALIGA FC Pro Cup? Here we go. We are underway and we are kicking off of our featured game first and foremost. Well, they've never played before, Jotabar and PH in. And here's a stat for you. You've got world ranking 298th in the world against someone who used to be in the top 5, now in the top 20. There's all it should have been.
How on earth has that gone wide?
That should have been the breakthrough for PH in. He should be up by a goal to nil.
It's got to go in.
People saying about Mark 11. Mark 11 is playing against Adrian Dominic. But if anything, it's Adrian Dominic that's got more to play for than Mark. Mark is in the top 24. He can't get in to the top 8. But Adrian Dominic of Osasuna can get in, but he has to win.
Needs to get into that top 24. He's currently sat outside of it. A win will bring him on 7 points. And obviously the goal difference puts him inside that top 24. Good bit of defending in the end there from Piatzin.
We will keep you up to date as goals are going in. Right, update. Mark 11 leading against Andrew Dominic. Goalless between Hugo Sanchez and Zidane. That's Las Palmas against Eibar. Remember, a win for Hugo Sanchez. He will be in the top 8. Side of that, Ryan, I don't think there's been any other goals.
Nothing so far. Could have been a goal there for LJR against Hidalgo. See, these are the 2 important games on the screen for that top 8. for both Pietzin and Hugo Sanchez.
Yamal. I mean, for Jota Barna, I mean, just look at his situation, Ryan. He is on 3 points to his name. I mean, what's your mindset here? Your tournament's done. You can't get into the top 24, but you can still play a part in stopping PSG and getting to a top 8.
Yeah, and it will be a sense of pride as well. Despite him knowing he's out of this tournament, he still wouldn't want to lose.
We'll have updates coming from Game 2 and Game 3. Richard Buckley and Gravison in the second half. That's Mark 11 against Adrien Dominique and Hugo Sanchez versus Zidane. Both have a lot on the lines. And speaking of one of those games, here it is now, Ryan. 2-0, Mark is leading.
Yeah, he's flying. First time through, in behind for Pedri. Ball roll inside, twisting and turning, and then a ball roll into a finesse shot to make it 2-0. And for Adri, he's fighting for his life in this tournament. If he loses this, he's out. He has to win this game. And he's got an opportunity with Xavi straight from the kickoff.
Big goal. Big goal for Adrien Dominique. There is one back. Mr. Alan Henderson in the chat, good evening to you. Well, you've been following and enjoying the FC Pro action. Remember, there are live viewership rewards that were collected yesterday. Update as well that we will give you is that Ibar against Zidane. Huge game over there. There has been a goal in it.
Wow.
Over here, though. Ortiz against Nacho. This has not been a day to remember for Nacho, has it, at all?
Did not expect this one as well. I know there's a long way to go, but he's down 2-0 early doors. Have scored there to make it 2-1.
I mean, he has to be careful. Real Oviedo are on 7 points as it stands. And
what's his goal difference?
He's on -2 at the moment, Ryan.
As in including this game?
So he'll be on -4 as it stands now.
If he ends up conceding a few more, he could be in a lot of trouble, you know.
We need to see that table again as the night unfolds. Hidalgo leads by a goal to 0 in his game.
Beljar standards, he's had a nightmare. I think he's on, is he on 7 points? I believe he's on 7 points.
7 points, and as it stands, Ryan, he's about 24th place, I believe, or around there, 23rd, 24th.
What's his goal difference?
It's +5.
Okay, he's okay then. He's okay.
He has scored 31 goals during his 5 games previously. What is going on over here? Zidane! 1-1. He has pulled a goal back there. Again for Zidane, he's very much in. It's just, I guess, in the back of your mind, Ryan, you're thinking, can you give yourself maybe slightly an easier game?
Yeah, you don't want to be amongst the lowest ranked players going into the cup as well because of the seeding for the matchmaking. You want to give yourself the best chance, technically on paper, even though it doesn't necessarily work that way sometimes. Some players who do perform well at this stage might not follow up that in the next couple of weeks at the cup, but you still want to have the best seed you can.
You feel bad as well, Ryan, for those players that, I mean, Thiago's just walked past us there. 6 points, you're a point away from just being in the conversation of if, buts and maybes.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. He started the day as well. He was one of the few players that had 4 games to play. And he started off losing that game to Nicholas. Almost bounced back and he left it a little bit too late.
Well, 1-1 here in a must-win scenario for Hugo Sanchez. I believe that Richard Buckley's keeping more of a close eye on this one, so we should leave it if possible. And maybe go back to one of our feature games. PH in, for example. We can jump back to game one. PH in against Jotaba. They're in a pause at the moment. Anything else on your side there? Hidalgo is all square against Leandro Peixoto. He has pulled a goal back.
Looking at the Nacho Bay Ali Ortiz game as well. Nacho Bay is 3-0 down in 30 minutes, which is devastating for him. This is lovely play. Beautiful, in fact. Cruyff on the finesse. That's a lovely goal from LJR. Beautifully worked. As it stands, that puts him on 10 points. Obviously, no chance of him getting into that top 8.
Finessed him perfectly well there. As we jump over here, what a chance that was for. Oh my days.
Wow.
Oh my days. PH in is 1-0 down against Jotaba. As it stands, he will not be in the top 8. As you can hear behind us, goals are going in. Some big reactions. And it's a goal that's come from Mark 11 versus Andrew Dominic.
Wow.
Of course, that's the game that Gravison is going to be keeping us up to date. This is our main feature game. This was the goal for Jotaba. We'll see it in slow-mo. Lamine Yamal brings it back inside, Ryan, and finesses it in.
Yeah, it's the perfect way to get a goal. And we might have jumped back in. It's just offside, though.
This tournament might be done, but it's more of a point to prove this, Ryan, that you can hang with the best.
To the runs. Oh, it's sensational.
What a pass. PH in. All square.
It's brilliant. That triggered run, that pass as well. Time to perfection. Gareth Bale has been wonderful for him today. Look here, you can see he cuts back. The space opens up. Take a touch, bit of composure. And putting it into that far corner for PH in. 1-1 in the game. This is where we heard a huge roar. Adju Dominic making it 2-2 in this game against Mark 11. You have to remember, Adju Dominic needs to win this game. Mark 11 is already through.
Wow. Mark is through. He can't be in the top 8. But Adju Dominic could get there, and you feel like from being 2-0 down, the momentum that's building now, Ryan, is very much clear to see. What a through ball that could be. Is there a cutback?
He's on here.
Robert Pires, where's his options in the box? Look how confident he just looks in this final third. Just punching into Lamine Yamal. Gives himself a corner. Goes D, where's that one going to end up? Robert Pires, the most chosen icon of all, and that's the table now as it stands, right? By the looks of Nathan SR out of the top 8 on goal difference, right?
It's insane. Absolutely insane, and there's a world in which if Hugo Sanchez gets a goal...
Is that PH in drawing, which it is, keeping him in the top 8?
Yep.
He's in 7th place at the moment. He's knocked out his fellow countryman.
It's insane how, if Hugo Sanchez wins this game, it's not only Nathan Assar that will drop out, Chusita falls out of the top 8.
All on goal difference, by the way.
Can't believe it. You have 13 points and not making it. That's sickening.
You can have quite a few people on 13 points, aren't you? Unfortunately, due to goal difference, people are going to fall out. Beckham. Marcus Rashford now. What a block that is. And that's good for half-time. What a half that is from Andrew Dominic. How he's turned that game around. I mean, we only saw moments of it. Gravison was keeping more of a close eye on it. And we jump back over here. As we said, PH just needs a draw. A draw is enough for him to get in the top 8 because he's got 13 points with a draw, plus a solid goal difference behind him.
Yeah, I think for him, though, he's going to be looking for the win just to get some assurances, and it's the type of player he is. He doesn't look for those things. He's a perfectionist. He would want to win this game, and he's going to keep on pushing and probing to do so. He's on the attack again here.
What
Lovely.
A pass. What a pass. PH in. 2-1 he leads. As you can hear, someone's just scored behind us. I know Richard Buckley will give us the lowdown of who that was. That was his game that he was watching. Zidane against Hugo Sanchez. I mean, look, he's in the top 8 with a draw, Ryan, but a win would put him even more up into the top 8. It'd put him on 15 points, I believe.
Yep. Very healthy return. Nothing less than what we expect as well, but Chataba might have a few more ideas in this game to see if he can get back into it. This is nice. Good defending as well.
Well, when this game does hit half-time, we'll check in with our half-time reporters. I'm sure they're ready. They've been watching the games, haven't they, Ryan?
Yeah, they're ready, I know. Looking over there at Richard Buckley as well, he seems really...
He's got something to tell us, doesn't he?
I think that game's very entertaining. He's ready and raring to go.
Added time at just a minute now. PAG looking for another goal to take into half-time. I'm not sure that was for a cross. It's hit the bar and it's still very much alive in the box for the Brazilian.
How's he still got it?
De Jong. Cruyff. Another big goal has gone in at half-time. Right, let's take a pause if we can. Well, Hugo Sanchez is leading in this game.
Crazy.
But we'll find out the full story in a second of what has happened, because there's been rules from Hugo Sanchez by the sounds of it, huge from Andrew Dominique. Well, if we can, let's check in with them now. Richard Gravison, what is the lowdown on the floor?
We've officially seen a goal, and I can tell you that right now, Adri Domenech will be on his way to the final.
As for my game, it was Hugo Sanchez who just scored. That was the reaction. We could be playing 25-minute halves, never mind 9. Zidane's not winning this game.
Okay, what's going on, Grav, with Mark 11?
Mark 11 is struggling. I did have a chat with Javi, and he told me he's feeling a bit sick since 2 days ago, so he's not 100%. On the other side of things, Adri Domenech needs a win. If he's able to get a win, he'll qualify for the Cup, and right now, he's leading the game, 3-2.
Could have told me that about 45 minutes ago. I just dapped him up.
Oh, you did?
Question for you, Rich. Do you think Nathan Essar will miss out?
That's 3-1, Hugo Sanchez.
As it stands, he is missing out.
He is.
So PA is in and Hugo in.
And Chasita, Nathan Essar dropping down.
Do you think that's how it will stay?
In my game, absolutely. Hugo Sanchez isn't not losing this game. He's going to win this game. Thank you very much. We'll speak soon.
We'll catch you at the end of the show, Grav. Rich, thank you for the half-time updates.
Did I hear Hugo Sanchez shouting towards Tuga? And then Tuga referenced back to him. I'm not sure what the reason was.
Well, I believe he was just making a reference to just Portuguese.
I wonder why.
People, is he not a fan of the Brazilians that have made their way into Liga FC Pro. I think he might know because he's knocking out Nathan SR. Maybe that's the reason behind it. He could be taking Nathan SR's spot in an auto ticket into the top 8. Another goal has gone in from Hugo Sanchez. And it's Lamine Yamal that's just scored the goal. 4-1 now. Hugo Sanchez not just in the top 8. He's added even more goals. And climbing up the goal difference tally as well. PAG also jumping in, which means that Chasita will be falling out. Unfortunately, Paul's coming in from Zidane in his game. I mean, over in that one, we haven't said a great deal of it, but is that Leandro Peixoto?
Yep, up 3 goals.
Winning 3-2.
It's on the attack as well. Good tackle from Hidalgo. So many games going on. Does really well to push the defensive linebackers. An attacking pattern that's been working for years for LGR. Didn't work out that time though.
Final 20 minutes in this one. I believe both these two were on 7 points coming into this one. Leandro Peixoto will go up to 10. And if we can have a reference to the table or the leaderboard, so to speak, we can tell you exactly what it means. 3-3 here.
Oh, I didn't even notice another goal went in favour of Mark there. Maybe that's why it was so quiet. Look at that pace from Xavi, wow.
Andrew Dominic knocking on the door, needs a goal, needs a win.
I think as it stands right now, based on Pietzin and Hugo Sanchez winning, it means that Nathan SR and Chusita, as you can see it on screen there, 9th and 10th, they drop out of the top 8.
Another goal goes in the way of PH here. Right, that's the table as it stands. Keep an eye on the sort of 24th position, as you can see.
Wow.
What a pass,
Wow.
Andrew Dominic! Back in front of the table, might need a slight refresh.
It's a great goal.
Because he'll be on 2 more points than it says.
That would mean the world to him, because as it stands, that puts him in the top 24. It keeps his season alive. You can see that pass there, beautiful. Gareth Bale in behind, onside, and he tucks it away. He's been unbelievable this last few days, you know. Probably a lot up there with one of the best players, the best selections as part of the draft restrictions. Let's go over to this game, though. Pietzin against Jataba. Pietzin, you mentioned going 3-1 up. That puts him inside the top 8 comfortably as well. And this was the goal, Brandon.
This was the goal, the extra pass that made all the difference. Frankie de Jong. 3-1 PAG in leads, but as we said, his fellow countryman Nathan SR has been pushed out of the top 8. Well, let's try and give you some full-time results, and as we bounce around the games, it looks like game 3. Zidane versus Hugo Sanchez will probably end first. That one's in the 85th minute. Hugo Sanchez has still got a 3-goal advantage. Jotaba, finesse! Just wide. Well, these are the two players side by side that are getting into the top 8. And I believe it is JRG that will be knocked out of the top 24. That's his minus goal difference.
Yeah, that is harsh.
So Andrew Dominic would go into 23rd, and Hidalgo would be hanging in there in 24th place. Another goal has gone in from Andrew Dominic. He is keeping himself in the top 24 and he's keeping his season alive.
Yeah, that is massive for him in that game against Mark 11, who has been well below expectation in this tournament. Jumping over to this game, Hugo Sanchez, you can see 4-1 against Zidane. This game should be done and dusted, and that will get him into the top 8, Brandon. After day one, you would have thought 100%.
What a day. What a day one it was.
Started so slow today, I thought maybe it could be in jeopardy, that top 8 finish, but he's done well to bounce back against one of the best players throughout the years in Spain. And he's made it look easy. He's going to get goal number 5, potentially. Gets it across the box. Xavi, last-ditch tackle.
Added time. Wait for this reaction, though, from Hugo Sanchez. He is in the top 8. It is locked in. He wants one more goal just to celebrate the perfect game. (5-3). Andrew Dominic leading against Mark 11. Mark 11 will be in the cup, but so Andrew Dominic. There is a goal back. Hang on. Well, there's the reaction behind us. Hugo Sanchez is there. He is in the top 8. We'll try and get a full time on PHG in if we can as well. Right, what's the minute on this one then?
Don't think there's enough time for a comeback from Jataba. I think he's down by 2 goals still, if I'm not mistaken. Is it 4-2? Yes, it is 4-2, and it's about the 77th minute. I take it back. There's a little bit of time.
Andrew Dominic has just scored again. 2-goal advantage. I don't think Mark's going to be able to catch him.
I think that's done.
Extra pass! That makes all the difference. PAG, congratulations. You are on your way to a top 8 fast-track ticket through to the LALIGA FC Pro League finals in April.
It was expected coming into these last couple of days. At the start, you would have said Peterson would definitely be amongst the top 8. He hasn't let us down, in fairness, Brandon. He's done really well. He hasn't faltered under the pressure. He's had some tough games. He does what Peterson always does.
Just off camera there, Hidalgo speaking to his team. He doesn't know if he was in the top. He's just in the top 24. He's hanging in there on goal difference, I believe, Hidalgo.
Still not a comfortable game to play as well. Hidalgo being such a low seed is a very, very awful matchup to have.
You've got about 7 or 8 players, Ryan, all on 6 points as well. 1 point away they were from knocking on the door of the top 24, which just goes to show how important the points were. Leandro Peixoto's game has finished, by the way. Not by his own standards, the best 2 days from Leandro.
Yeah, as you said, for his standards, definitely below par. I think he finishes on 10 points.
It is 10 points. He is in the top 24, but yeah, by his own standards. I mean, when we were making our list yesterday, I put him in the top 8 for me.
I wonder how many of those did I get correct?
I think we've got the sheet somewhere from yesterday.
Well, Nathan SR, I know, is one that I've got wrong.
6-2. Unfortunately, the end of the road for Jotaba. He will not continue his LALIGA FC Pro season. It will come to an end super early for him. And Andrew Domenech is moments away from locking in a cup performance this year in the LALIGA FC Pro. His season could have been over, but it will continue just about. Andrew Domenech, look at that reaction. He just jumped on the table. That's what it means to him. He is through.
I can tell you for free, Mark would love a rematch.
You can't see off camera, there's someone on the floor as well. Javik over there from Mallorca. It's on the floor as PH scores again. I'm just trying to work out here, Mallorca. Where was their game?
There was a 6-1. I'm pretty sure he got battered, but I don't know how that.
He was on 7 points anyway, Ryan. That's my question.
But it's the goal difference. I actually don't know.
I think that's why he's on the floor and potentially in tears or celebrating. I can't really work it out.
Well, he lost, so I'd assume he's upset. We need to see the live standing because I don't know what the goal difference does to the table. I actually have no idea. Yeah, he's laying on the floor in the middle of the...
It's kind of starfishing on the floor. I hope he's all right. Well, he's back up on his feet now. Added time of 3 minutes. PH is in. Fellow Brazilian Nathan SR is not in the top 8. PH in. How has he not scored that? He won't care. He's 7-2 up. Full-time result. Congratulations, PAG. We will see you representing Real Sporting in the Cup, of course, in a few weeks' time, but more importantly, in the league. I mean, I've just got to see the final standings if we can. Mallorca are in, by the way. Well, they were in, sorry. They were in before. Trying to work out. It needs an update, that table.
Because he's got -4 goal difference.
Osasuna are in, aren't they?
-9.
That needs an update.
Wait, I think he's out, you know.
Here we go, look, right. There's your top 13.
I think he's out, Brandon.
It's Jacita, Nathan SR, miss out on a top 8. We can see the
next page.
The bottom side of that table, the bottom half.
He's out, Brandon, goal difference-wise. I'm pretty certain because that's a -5. So that puts him... He's out.
I believe he is out. There's so much to unfold here. Again, the main stories are Andrew Domenech is in the top 24. 13 players' seasons are done. 13 football clubs are out. Their LALIGA FC Pro season is over, Ryan.
Yeah.
And as we look behind us here, so much emotion on the floor here in Barcelona. People upset, people on the floor, people celebrating. Wow, what a 2 days. I mean, what a format. I mean, we saw this in the Champions League before, and it's here in the LALIGA FC Pro. Ryan, any final words?
I just can't wait to see the final standings, to be honest. I want to see what's guaranteed so we don't even have to deliberate anymore.
And then we can start looking ahead to the bracket in a few weeks' time for the LALIGA FC Pro Cup. That is it from the commentary box for now. We're going to pass it back to Nicole Gravison and Richard for the final time today to talk us through the final standings. Hopefully, you've got them.
Thank you so much, guys. We're having a bit of a debate here. Rich thinks Nacho is out.
He's not out.
He's saying he's not. He's
with a +3 goal difference. I'm 100% sure I could put my life on the line.
Well, that's strong.
Well, as you can see, like Brandon just said, this new format is so exciting for us to try and keep tabs on everything. When all the games are happening at the same time and the table's moving around so quickly, it's quite chaotic, but it makes it really exciting, doesn't it? These are the results from the last games that we've just seen here in Barcelona. PH Zin getting a much-needed win.
Yep, 15 points for PH Zin. You looked there across the other games taking place. Las Palmas, Zidane and Eibar. For Hugo Sanchez, he goes through with a big performance, picking up that victory against Zidane. Real Valladolid, El Peixoto, I think the guys on commentary said, he's not looked good today.
No.
But even him playing at like a 4 out of 10 is good enough.
Yeah.
And he's only going to get better from here.
Not only to make it through, but 10 points out of 18.
Yeah.
It's not a disaster.
Absolutely. What about Adri Dominic? We
Did not
saw
see
what it
that
meant
coming.
to him.
Did not
at
see
the
that
end.
coming.
Let's go the Spaniards, that's what he said at the end of the match. And it was a tough position for him because he needed a win against Mark, who's demonstrated to be one of the best players in the whole world for the last 3-4 years. And on the other side of things, even though Adri Dominic, we should talk about him and him qualifying to the Cup, I feel like we should talk about Mark as well.
Well, and I suppose how, all in all, boys, disappointing Mark has been over the past few days, and I'm sure he'll say that himself, right, Rich?
I think it's a tough format, but it's also really forgiving. Because you can play poorly, but as long as you play better than 12 other teams, you go through. That's quite rare. Like, well, I don't know what the maths is. If there were 36, that's 66% of the teams go through to the next round. If you were given that at the start of the day, you went, just be better than a third of the players, I think you would look at yourself and go, yeah, I expect to be that. Mark 11 had expectations of being in the top 8 before we kicked off here in Barcelona. He's one of the only players, and for me, outside of the top 8 now, that could go on and win this entire thing. He's got the levels to go up. I think El Peixoto is the only other one outside the top 8 right now that has got the potential, if they put it all together in one weekend, in one day, they can go on and be outstanding.
Wow, yeah, even after what you've seen from them the past few days.
Oh, Natural Bay will waiting.
Well, here you go. Here are the standings. Well, thankfully, Grav, your life is safe because
My life
you
is
did
safe.
better. Nacho still being in. There we go. It's looking good, isn't it? We have our top 8, Tuga right at the top, 18 points. Any real surprises there from either of you?
Yes, a few of them.
Go on.
Okay, Celta, Andoni, 1 point.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
he'll be
really,
so
really.
upset with that, won't he, Grav?
I mean, of course, it might be his last year competing because he's now 27 years old. So you get older and older. He's a content creator now as well. So it's the same as JRA last year.
Oh, yeah, I mean, don't get me started on that. I'm trying to stay positive. The other surprising thing, Nicholas, he won 5 games in a row. He finished 5th in the table.
Oh, he'll be frustrated.
He'll be
I wonder how that water
fuming.
bottle's faring up right now. We were speaking about PH Zin, and he's had a really good couple of days, especially coming into La Liga for the first time. Should we find out how he's feeling after a busy few days here in Barcelona?
Let's do it.
PH Zin, come on in. Thank you so much for joining us. Well done. Wow. You can now breathe. Yeah. It's been a long 2 days. How are you feeling right now, finishing in the top 8?
Yeah, of course, was like my main mentality, finishing the top 8. Yeah, it was a little bit hard for me because I lost first game today. So yeah, I just had like a call with my psychologist, talk with him like, I think I lost this game and I lost also my mentality. I need to come back in this game, and he just helped me a lot. So I want to thank you, Marcelo, from Tuzi, for all the help. And after that, he just said to me some things to have better relief, calm, and he helps me a lot.
I love that. It shows what a difference that made as well.
I want to first congratulate you on doing interviews in Spanish and English in here.
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
Congratulate to you. And then I want to ask you, what are your plans now? Do you go back to Brazil or do you stay here for the next month training for the Cup?
Yeah, I need to go back to Brazil because I think next week we have qualified to Libertadores, day 21, 22. So yeah, it's been long this month for me. We travel 11 hours to be here to play, and now go back to Brazil training. I don't have time to relax. I need to train, practice, and yeah, next week I have one of the most important moments in the season. Qualify to Libertadores, and I hope I made it.
After last season's disappointment with not being able to play at a league, how important was it this year to get this locked in with Real Sporting? Obviously, Resende last year did very well.
Yeah.
You're taking his position. How do you feel coming into Spain, coming into the La Liga?
Yeah, of course, I'm really happy to be here in La Liga. I said yesterday, for me, it's the best league in the world, I think. It's high level. Yeah, last year was really sad for me, didn't play league. I think league is really, really important to qualify to World Cup. And now I have my chance here in La Liga. I already qualified to finals, and I'm really happy with that.
How are you feeling in your FC, in your game at the moment?
Yeah, I think I'm feeling really good. I think my problem from the last season to this season is more mentality than gameplay, I think I have a lot of gameplay. I think my level is still there. When I won the Pro Open, when I won HVs, my level is still here. But I think the biggest problem is my mentality. I think I put a lot of pressure in myself. So yeah, I'm trying to do better like that.
Just one final question before we let you go. For you, who's the toughest player in this entire tournament?
Yeah, I think I have a lot of tough players, but yeah, I think I need to go with Nicolas now because he won 2 times in a row. It's really hard to play him online in LAN. Doesn't matter. He's just too consistency. He have a lot of patience with the ball all the time. So yeah, I think Nicolas is always like top 1, top 3 in every league.
Fair enough, PhD, and congratulations on a brilliant 2 days. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to let you go and chill out a bit, calm down a bit.
Before an 11-hour flight back.
Not for long, Libertadores now.
Yeah, exactly. Well done, though. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. You can go. Yeah.
You can go.
You can go.
Safe travel.
You can go. Go on. Put your feet up for a bit. I mean, a non-stop few weeks, and of course, the Cup in a few weeks' time as well.
It gets tougher now. Traveling to Brazil, Libertadores. Now, I guess he'll travel back to Spain, train for the Cup. Hectic.
But probably back to Brazil then. You play if he makes it to the he's going to be at the finals because he finished in the top 8. So he's got 2 trips to Spain to come back for. It's going to be a jam-packed couple of weeks for him, but he's got aspirations to win this thing. He's not just thinking, I want to get in the top 8 and make up numbers. He's one of those players that when we name off potential winners, he's right up there.
Oh, he could absolutely do it, couldn't he? Shall we have a look then at the top 5 goals?
Whoa, that was actually quite good.
You know, I was going to go a bit harder with it, Graf, but I got a bit embarrassed. Do you remember this one? Do you feel like you remember any of them?
Yeah, El Japan shot over a lovely dink over the goalkeeper there. What's coming in at number 4, Graf?
It's going to be Xavi, who qualified for the Cup with this Berbatov spin goal.
Is he off the floor, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Xavi was just lying on the floor for a while, wasn't he?
He was chilling there.
Fair play. It's been a long couple of days.
Number 3 coming in again from Xavi. We're watching a Xavi compilation right now.
We'll send it to him after.
Yeah, we will. We'll just cut out number 5, LJR. He gave him a celebration as well.
Yeah, Murici, el Pirata, Player of the Month for RC de Mallorca.
Lovely. What's number 2?
This is... Wow.
A goal.
That was a weird goal by Lamine Yamal. It was going one way, went the other.
I can't wait to see what number 1 is.
Do you have any idea what you think it might be?
Free kick.
I think it's going to be Ika Monti versus PhD, and this is Ika Monti winning the game with the last attack of it. Slide tackle, winning goal, and look at that celebration. That was PhD's only loss over this group phase.
Wow, what a 2 days it has been here in Barcelona. I've had a lovely time, as always, guys. It's been great, hasn't it, Rich?
Yeah, do you know what? It's been really good.
Yeah.
It's been really nice.
It has been nice.
Before we wrap up, Gravison, who stood out the most for you in the past 2 days here?
It has to be Tuga, right? I mean, he was the top of the group. I expected Nico to top the group, but Tuga not only winning every single match, but I gotta go to that Dan Aguilar match. He was losing in the 88th minute. Scored one goal, scored another. It seems like the momentum is going on. Will he be able to qualify for the World Championship? Don't know. It's a tough one.
Yeah, Richard, quickly from you.
Players impressed with the most?
Yeah.
I'll go with...
Hugo, maybe?
Do you know what? Because I didn't really expect much from this player. It might sound rude. I'm actually going to go PhD. He's not been playing well recently.
Wow, okay.
Didn't make it to the Pro Open. He's not been performing at his level. Him coming in here, new league, 11-hour flight, uncomfortable scenario, 15 points. I think he's put down a real marker.
I like that you waited until he'd left to say that.
Absolutely.
Feeling brave now, are we? All right, that's it from us. Brandon Smith, Ryan Pessoa, wherever you are in the studio, thank you so much. Graf, Rich, pleasure as always. We will be back for the Cup in a few weeks' time, March the 14th. I know we'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Life sunny side up, wait a minute, watch me move. If you need a reason, I'ma have to give you two. You know I'm the best, that's the truth. See, I started at the bottom, now it's my world. Point 'em out, I got 'em, yeah, I got 'em. This is light work, they should call me Casper. You can't see me, have a seat. I'ma teach y'all something like Mr. Feeney. I know you see it. But really big. Gotta receive it. You believe it. I'm highly favored. I guarantee it. They used to count me out. I tried to stack my ends, me against them odds, but that was way back then. But I got even, I waited for my season. Now that we're foreign and it start without the keys in. Push the start, no matter whatever you do it with your heart. Then go with the flow, it's a work of art. They snap, I'm posing like a trophy. They can never block me like a goalie. I know you see it, they be talking about the best, I really be it. Should've never gave us money, I receive it. You achieve it just as long as you believe it. I'm highly favored, I guarantee it. They be talking about the best, I really